Online at Q92radio.com, our station's website where you can listen to the station 24/7. And now live video on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. Like, follow, and subscribe if you would. Q92 Radio on Facebook, on YouTube, at Q92 on X. We're also on everything else at Q92 Radio on Instagram, on Threads. We have a TikTok. Q92 Canton local. I don't know.
That was a good effort. Now it's at Q92 Radio Canton.
There you go. Q92 Radio Canton on TikTok. We're on all the socials, and do us a favor and follow us on all those. Great way to see the content from the station, interviews, contests, learn things we're doing, and always a good time. So follow us on all those if you will. 330-450-9292, the phone number, the text line, 330-269-9292. And this hour, it's all about Big Time Rush because we are giving away tickets to their show that is coming to Blossom Music Center on Tuesday, July 29th. Tickets go on sale this Friday. We're giving tickets away today. We're going to let you beat that box office. We have that for you. 8 o'clock hour. We have, of course, a Your Call Wednesday coming at you, and Rich DeRocher from the Hall of Fame Village is going to be...
Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid of me. Pro Football Hall of Fame will be joining us at 8:30, and then in the 9 o'clock hour, veterinarian Dr. Meisner is going to be joining us here in studio.
Yep.
We'll be talking about, that bird flu stuff's going around.
Yeah, people have questions about their pets being outside and all that kind of stuff, and I'm part of a lot of community boards. I know that we had some ducks that were just turning up, unfortunately, had succumbed to it. So she'll be able to answer some questions. And if you guys have questions for her, if she has time to take a couple extra questions, she'll answer them. So text in your questions so that we have them ready for her, 330-269-9292.
Maybe put vet in front of them so we know what they are. We can save them and put them aside so we make sure we have them.
But we'll be happy to answer those questions.
Good morning from Cat Lady and her mom. I hope you guys have a great day. What makes someone a cat lady? How many cats does one need to become a cat lady?
I think you can be
one cat won't do.
No, I don't think you have to have 6. I think if you have one or two and you just love cats, you're the cat lady.
One is not a cat lady. You can't be a cat lady and have one cat.
Why does cat lady, that label, have to insinuate that you have just a mess of cats?
Because you're the cat lady.
And I say mess, not like a ton of.
Because you're the cat lady. You can't just have one. I don't think one cat substitutes you being the cat lady.
Then let me ask you a question.
Unless maybe you're dressing as a cat as well.
Can I not be the cat lady or a cat lady if I have 2 cats and I collect all things cats and I wear things with cats on them and I carry a kitty cat purse?
I think as long as you have plural cats.
So 2. You just answered your own question.
That's a great question. Is that the cutoff or should it be 3? I don't know. What makes someone a cat lady? Jake?
In my personal opinion, I think it should be more than 3.
More than 3 before you're a cat lady?
Yeah. I think 2 is a reasonable number. Especially since
you know what? Even like dog people, a lot of people have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
But then you run into that person that has like 5 dogs. You're like, what are you doing? Now, no one calls anyone a dog lady.
Yeah, how come that's not a thing?
Yeah. I know people that could be as many dogs as they have. You're like, hey, dog lady. The cat lady. You say 3. I definitely think it's plural.
I think you can still be a cat lady if you have 2 cats and you love everything cats.
Cat paraphernalia along with 2 cats.
Yeah.
Not unfair.
Because let me ask you a question. Would you label the lady that has 4 cats that doesn't ever talk about her cats or wear cat stuff a cat lady? No.
I would. With 4 cats, I would.
But
if you have 4 cats.
Betsy walks in the front door of her office, though, and she's got the cat eye glasses on, and she's got a cat clip in her hair. And
I get it.
She's got a perfect bag in her hand, I mean. Why are you cringing? Why are you cringing?
I think 3 or more. I'm going to go 3 or more. 3 or more unless you're like catted out. I don't think people understand how nasty cats actually are. Someone just said on the text line. I'm not a cat guy. I am a dog guy, but I don't hate cats. I just wouldn't want to. It's a nothing for me. They do nothing for me. That's what it is. I don't hate cats. I have no hatred of cats.
We've never owned a cat.
And everyone's allergic. So many more people allergic to cats than dogs.
Well, that's true.
So I have guests over now.
Well,
they're
there's
sneezing.
no workarounds. There's no workarounds. Like for dogs, if you're allergic to dogs, you can still get a dog. You just have to get like a doodle or a schnauzer or something with lower pet dander. There's hypoallergenic dogs out there. There's no hyperallergenic cats unless you get a hairless cat.
Even then, that's not
100%.
right.
Yeah,
because you're not allergic to their fur. You're allergic to their saliva and the proteins in their
How do
saliva.
you know that?
Because I'm allergic to cats, so I looked it up one time.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, you did your homework.
Text line 4+ cats is cat lady.
Okay.
Good morning, happy hump day from random Swifty girl. My friend has 7 dogs, not for breeding, just for fun. If there was a dog lady, that would be a dog lady.
Does she live on the corner of Beeson? Or Smith, Beeson and Smith.
Oh, yeah. Their dogs always chase me.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they run down the fence with you.
line, they're so cute. But she's got
you guys know, they're outside before 5 a.m.
I know.
In the summer.
Yeah, today, actually, she opened the door as I was pulling, so it was like
now,
6.
a lot of those dogs don't care, but there's 2 that will chase every car.
And go nuts. Is it the little white one that's super cute? Yeah,
full speed.
Yeah.
Hell of a sprint.
Yeah.
Hell of a sprint on that dog. He could race. Cat lady can also be a cat whisperer, someone says.
I get that.
Let me see. How about my mom? Do I need more than one son?
How about a boy mom?
A boy mom?
That's what it says.
Oh, is that what that said? My boss has
okay
9.
This morning?
My boss has 9 cats. Cat lady faux show.
Oh, I'm gonna give you an extra faux show. 9 cats.
That's a cat lady.
That's a cat.
That's a cat.
I don't want to call it a cat hoarder, but that's a lot of cats.
Yeah, it is. I've been a cat person my whole entire life, and I'm almost 35. But this cat that I have now, I literally will never own another cat in my entire life. He has ruined me. They dig in their pee and poo, then go walk on your kitchen counters. Cats dig in their pee and poo?
Well, when they're in the litter box, they...
Well, yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah.
Jeep Girl, I know.
Yeah.
We named our cat Yoda to the Exorcist. Anytime somebody came over, that cat would howl. It was gone after a week. No more cats for this guy. It just left. I follow a social media influencer on Snap and TikTok. She has 13 dogs. Jesus Christ.
Aw.
I counted 9 dogs at that house on the corner, someone said. I think they foster dogs.
Aw, and good on them.
That's a good thing if they
because
do
she has the perfect yard for letting them out and run around. You can
Fenced
tell
in,
they're well cared for.
Yeah.
You can.
I just lost my cat of 20 years.
Aw.
I miss him.
See, if you're a cat person, that breaks my heart. Like, you have a pet for 20 years.
Cat person, not a cat lady.
Okay. I didn't say a cat.
I know, I'm just saying. Doesn't fit but 20 years. That's a long time. My ex has 4 dogs, 2 cats, a rabbit, and a hedgehog.
Dang.
That's called a farm. Dog ladies are called dog moms. I have 4 dogs.
That is true. It is dog mom. Thank you for that.
I don't know that I can handle that. Many
We've
cats.
had 2 and my head was spinning. I was like, dang.
I
Tony's like, never again.
I have 2 and it's a lot. I've been allergic to cats my whole life. My fiance has a Siamese cat and he's the first cat I've never been allergic to in my life. It's definitely different than owning dogs, but her cat is awesome. He's like a dog more than a cat. The litter is actually clumps up right away and it's not as bad as people think. Good morning, Hot Shot Mark.
Okay. I mean, that I get that. There are a few people that I know that have cats. Their cats are more like dogs, like personality wise. But like my sister had a cat. We never saw it. We're like, are you sure you own a cat?
I'm saying it doesn't. They just exist.
Right.
They just exist. I don't know what to tell you. Cat ladies, kicking off the show today. Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Die with a Smile on Q92. This is a moment that could change your life. Like we said, we had a Millennium album, start to finish. It's not often that artists anymore, or ever really, made albums that you could, honest to God, truly put on from start to finish and just let it go.
Yeah.
Now, today's world, it's different. We make our playlist, we do all that, but like you got to buy the CD, you know?
Yeah.
you'd skip songs.
My-
Even if you like the artist, you'd skip some songs.
Well, we were so into it. We listened to it so much. We would keep my nephews, Tony's nephews, overnight. And they literally started watching the music video so much. The next thing you knew, they were like across the room and they all had their parts. Do you see what I'm saying? Like they would be certain Backstreet Boys.
We wanted to be, yeah.
Right. And they would do like the dance and the hand motions. And they were like 4 to 6 years old. Yeah, it was really funny.
I mean, I'm trying to think other albums that I could listen to from start to finish. Obviously, to me, in sync, No Strings Attached.
No Strings Attached and Millennium were two of them.
You could literally let them run.
Yeah.
There were some Bon Jovi albums, I would say. New Jersey, I could let go.
Yeah.
The first Eminem album, I could let that go from start to finish, and I didn't have to skip anything. There was nothing I want. Like, it's tough because you're always like, no, not that one. You know, I'm taking us back.
I even do that with Taylor now.
Like, not that one.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, man. Text message. Kids these days don't understand scratching a CD, listening to it so much. Mine was Michael Jackson Thriller. So that was an album. You put that CD in and you wouldn't skip a song.
No.
You just let it go. Jay kind of missed the CDs. I think you came in as they were ending.
Yeah, I had a CD player in my first car.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is there an album that you honest would put in? You didn't have to skip anything. I'm guessing.
No.
Yeah, I would.
I can't think of one. Because even like the AJR albums that I have now, I have a couple of them on CDs. So I'll skip a song or two.
Yeah, I understand. There's a Sound of Madness, Shinedown. I don't have to skip a song.
I think there was very few that I had to skip. I was a big Bush 16 Stone album
That's
fan.
a great album.
Yeah.
I used
to listen to that one pretty much from start to finish.
question for both of you.
Oh boy, what's this
We're
from?
pivoting.
Text line
We're pivoting.
or from you?
Oh no, it's from the prep site again.
Oh, okay.
Very morbid today. Prep site, very morbid.
I don't like that.
Listen
Okay,
to
go
this one.
ahead.
If you were going to be executed,
Oh my gosh.
both of you have to answer this. Which would you choose? Firing squad, electric chair, or lethal injection? Now listen, fire squad's over like that.
Yeah.
So you could, I know it sounds harsh, but there's no you're dead.
I think I would go firing squad.
Really?
Yeah.
Jake?
I was gonna go injection.
I'm going lethal injection.
No.
You just kind of fall asleep.
No, you don't. It's not that peaceful,
It should be.
but it's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You've never been lethally injected.
I have read about it because everybody's like, oh, it's so humane, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. They know they're dying. They feel their heart slowing down. They feel that it's hard to get a breath of air.
Hold on. Oh, people have Googled this a bunch.
Wait,
Lethal injection can cause prolonged pain and extremely painful deaths. This is often obscured by elements of the process itself. For example, the second drug, paralytic agent, the tight straps.
It's a
preventing
paralytic. So it's paralysis, causes
that's what I
paralysis.
said.
Yeah.
The tight straps preventing a prisoner from moving, the white sheet hiding the body from view, or a curtain being drawn between the witnesses. Huh.
They start because all of their central nervous system is getting quietly snuffed out.
A little bit.
Painfully, though.
I just don't know that I could look at the guns at me and hear them go fire.
Well, but I would just be like, can I turn around? Can you just shoot me in the back?
Can you whisper the fire and just do it?
Right.
I don't want to hear the ready aim.
Right.
Just somebody just stand there and boop, it's over. So, all right. So no one's picking the electric chair.
No, but you guys apparently want to die a painful death and not just get shot and killed.
I'd like to think I'd like to think they've come a long way with lethal injections.
Don't you think they would have updated
I mean, look how calmly we put down dogs. They just go to sleep real peacefully.
I suppose. I mean, that's not a guarantee. They can't tell us if they're having pain. How do we know? I mean, I understand sometimes in that particular situation when an animal is suffering, sometimes it is more humane to put them through, if there is pain associated with that, to put them through that versus the long-term pain and quality of life.
Text, I'd take lethal injection on fentanyl. It seems to work well.
Oh.
Well, if you're going that route. Tickets coming up later on this morning. You hear the cue to call. Be caller number 10. We'll be hooking you up with tickets. I mean, I'm talking about beating the box office. You can't even buy the damn things yet. You can win them.
That's right.
Imagine you and a friend, a big time rush at Blossom Music Center in July. That's what we got for you this hour. So be listening for that. Talking about what constitutes a cat lady. And somehow you all have opinions on that. It's interesting. Lauren thinks one cat, if you're like cat glasses, cat gear, your whole house is cat themed.
Like you have a camera in your home to keep an eye on your cat.
I think if we're going by number of cats, I think at least 3.
Well, I think even Angela from The Office started out with 2.
What's his name? Dwight killed one.
I know.
Was it good?
No.
There's a stop on a trash route. Their trash can is always filled with cat litter. I hate it, from Bobby the Kimball Trash Man. I bet you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do. I would like a box of crap in my house. Let's get a cat, LOL.
Well, like when you're pregnant, they tell you you can get that toxoplasmosis or whatever it is. Like someone else has to change it. And then I remember like my sister adopted a cat that had like feline leukemia. So she had to hide like existing cat from the other cat so that they wouldn't give each other it, because like that's how it works in cats. I don't know. Like it was just a lot of stuff. That's all.
There's a lot of things and stuff.
Yeah, I was like,
We have 2 dogs and 18 chickens, bank manager dad.
wow. Are you worried about your chickens with the bird flu and everything? I'm curious.
How does one acquire? Is this all just to save money on eggs? I mean, what's the end game?
Some
here?
people love their I have a friend who has chickens. She names all of them. She gets very sad when they die. But they yield chickens, and then once they get to a certain point, then I think they become like bone broth. Because you can't, like, chickens can only be used for their meat up to a certain point, because then I guess it gets really tough. I don't know. I've heard
Me too.
way more. I've heard way more about chickens than I ever really cared to, but like I know all of this because I have a friend who absolutely adores her chickens.
I see people with chickens in their yard sometimes. I always wonder, how do they stay in there? They don't leave the yard.
No, they really don't. There's actually someone who lets their chickens roam free on the corner of State and Kent, I believe.
Crazy.
And they never go into the road.
No,
That's like, why did
no.
the chicken cross the road? I guess
It
the question
didn't.
should be, if you see a chicken crossing the road, why would they be crossing the road? Because,
Chicken knows not to go in the road.
right. Maybe he's like, well, no. There's been too many jokes about that.
Oh, deer, though, I have no idea how deer haven't evolved. Bright lights equals wait a second.
There should be like clues, or like they're not dumb.
Every species evolves. You
I
think
know.
they'd be like, okay, guys,
Let's have a chat.
collectively, if you see bright lights, let's just chill.
I mean, you would think this would be like the equivalent of the stranger danger talk with our kids. Like the parent would talk to the doe or whatever
Yeah, I
about
don't know.
bright lights.
This is Mimi and Baby Z. We just got a cat this year, and he's been really good, but today decided to be a menace. I put on my colorful leggings, and all he does is come up, tap my leg, or run away, and then come up, tap my daughter's leg, and run away. And that's what he's doing all morning. So I don't know if he's just in the mood to play tag, but he's been a little menace this morning. Well, you have one cat. I would not call you a cat.
You wouldn't be a cat lady, but I think that's cute. I think if I ever got a cat, it'd have to be one.
I have one dog and cat inside and like 17 cats and counting outside.
Okay, they're outside cats, though.
Yeah.
I bet you don't have any problems with like moles.
No, I'll bet the rodents don't really have too much of a
Right.
use for being around your house. If you have that many, that's a squad of cats. Cats are the most disgusting pet. Digs in their litter box, walks all over your house, throws up hairballs constantly, hair everywhere, and dander. It's atrocious, someone said.
Says a non-cat owner, I'm guessing.
Good morning from Sam the Toe Man. Sam, good morning. Deers are smart. They stay away. Do they?
They don't.
I see a lot napping on the side of the road. Mother of cats here. I have 8 cats. I think I became the crazy cat lady after the 4th one. As for the litter, use horse pellet bedding instead because it's cheaper and smells better.
Oh, like the footing. The it's almost like sawdust.
Someone sent a picture of their 9,000 cats.
Hold on, let me see this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jeez.
Holy cow!
You are a cat lady.
Do they all like stay together like that all the time?
I don't know. Zombie deers are not good to shoot and eat. But good morning, Q92. Hope your Wednesday is good. I have 2 dogs, and they are better than cats. Good morning, everybody. White Van Guy checking in. Hope you all have a good day. Thank you, White Van Guy. Look, I'm always going to be a dog person.
Me too.
That's just me. Again, I don't hate cats. They're just not my cup of tea.
Okay, so I'm telling you, the reason why I never gave cats a chance was because I babysat for this family that had a cat. They obviously let the cat like run the household. I mean, it was bad. The cat would get up on the table and drink out of their cups. It would eat off their plates, even though you're like, shoot, it'd get down temporarily as soon as you turn your back. Where I drew the line, and this is no joke, I opened the freezer to start making them lunch to get like chicken nuggets out of the freezer, and it swung at me. I didn't even realize it was on the top of the refrigerator.
A cat will attack you.
Duh.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, well, this is it. I actually kind of stopped watching their kids because I couldn't stand their cat.
I get it.
Like, I was afraid I was just going to
get
get attacked. They were going to come home. Babysitter's dead in the kitchen. The kids are running around. Cats got blood all. I'm just like, no.
Remember the crazy cat lady from Jeepers Creepers?
No, I never saw that.
I've never seen the Jeepers Creepers movies. Now, my brother's seen them all and loves them.
Really?
But he loves every scary movie of all. He just loves them.
Yeah.
There's a crazy cat lady in East Liverpool named Joni.
Oh. Well, how many cats does she have?
Why is she crazy cat lady,
Right.
not just cat lady? Interesting. Very interesting. 7:31. Sports coming up right after All-American Rejects. Move along. It's Q92. Ask people right now out of nowhere from our prep site. How often should a woman dress sexy for her man?
How long have they been married?
Literally, that's all the question is. There's no like
20 20 plus years, once a year.
There's no like they didn't do a survey. There's no like data. Just how often? Are you talking about like I'm talking to somebody. I'm like, do you mean like to go out, or you mean like at
In the bedroom.
home?
Right.
Listen, I am a typical perverted man, but I don't feel that should be a daily.
It doesn't stay on for but a minute.
I feel like that's an occasional.
Yeah.
You know
Now,
what I
I
mean?
get getting all dolled up and going out on a date.
But don't
I
get me
think
wrong.
that's good.
When you come home and your woman is like that, and you had no clue it was coming, it's a very fun
Yeah.
thing to
Because, see, Tony usually sees me when my makeup's mostly rubbed off, when I didn't put that much on all to begin with, because it was really early in the morning. Like, yeah.
Have you ever, for him, like he got home, like been ready to and dressed up in an outfit? Not like I'm not saying like you were Scooby Doo, but you know what I mean. Like,
let's go to dinner?
no, like
Not since we've
like
had
you
children.
surprised him, he
Because
came
that would be
home.
weird. They'd be like,
Well,
Mommy, what's going on?
Of course, I meant that maybe the kids were out. It was just you and him.
My kids are never out. No, I'm
All
just kidding. They're always with us.
All right.
No, I mean, maybe like before children.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the newlywed phase.
Like he had no idea. He came home
first
from work.
couple, we were, it was just us for the first like 2.5 years.
Yeah, there you go. Jake, you ever gone to Stars and all out of nowhere?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe once when we were on vacation.
I feel like once the kids are old enough and they're around, you're like, you can't do that because, like, in your situation, her mom was there. Like, what if her mom came in instead of you? That'd be awkward. I feel like that's the dirty texting.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That can be fun.
Tony and I used to work at the same place, and
Oh.
we would be in some of the same meetings, and I would send really like, I would send text messages just to watch his face.
That's funny. I'm naked under my clothes. Send. Man. And then, should a woman ask her man before she changes the color of her hair?
So, no,
I get asked that by Jamie.
I did change my hair color about a week before our wedding, and Tony was furious. He was like, "You don't even look like you." To be fair, he wasn't wrong. I went to like pretty dark brown.
Before your wedding?
Yeah. And I was like this or lighter before.
No, like, hey, I'm thinking about
Nope.
just boom.
He was like, "What did you do?"
You've ruined everything.
I think like when you're in like, I think women have a tendency to mess with those kinds of things, like when they're going through something. And I think I was going through like the whole, my God, I'm getting married. I'm moving out. My dad had died a year before and he wasn't going to be there for the wedding. So it was just going to be an all around, like it had been an emotional year.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to change, dye my hair, because every woman has a tendency to do that. And then he was like, "What? I love you. It looks okay." But he was like, "That's not you. Anybody that knows you knows that's not you." And I'm like, I know.
Yep.
So yeah, regrets.
So you do think you should ask your guy before? Or-
I do think you should just at least give him a heads up, because I remember how shocked he was when.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I came home and Jamie all of a sudden had like white hair or like truly blonde hair, I'd be like, what in the blue hell?
Exactly.
nothing but sunshine. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, this is car show weather. And
Why is Jake laughing at me?
I'm not.
What are you laughing at?
I don't even know. I'm good.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right. So you either are stoic and hate everything, or you're laughing, but you don't know what act.
No, I got nothing.
I look over at the video and he's like, and then he just starts laughing. I'm like,
Is there a
what did
funny
I just
video?
do?
You're watching a funny video?
No, I'm just watching the stream. I have nothing on my computer.
Oh,
Lord,
boy.
man.
Amy said he hit that pen again.
It's a pen, or he's doing shrooms while
I don't know what
songs
he's
are
doing
playing.
over there.
Unbelievable. And you're going with the hoodie today, huh?
Yeah, it's cold, bro.
$7:38 right here on today's hit music. Q92. We still got Big Time Rush tickets to give away, so you better keep listening if you want to go to that show. And when you hear the cue to call, be caller number 10. You'll win those tickets. 8 o'clock hour, your call Wednesday, your request. Rich DeRocher from the Hall of Fame will be joining us like he does every week. We'll catch up with him. And then, of course, in the 9 o'clock hour, like we've been telling you, Dr. Meisner, she is a local veterinarian, or vet, as they're called sometimes. She's going to be in to talk about this bird flu and your animals and your, you know what I mean?
Any concerns you may have. So if you do have concerns about your pets after we just talked about pets that you'd like to ask the doctor, send them into the text line. We'll ask them when she comes in the studio in the 9 o'clock hour. If you're not going to be in the car and you want to hear it, remember, you can always play the show back on Facebook. You can also do it on YouTube.
Or X.
Yep.
You can replay it on X. X going to give it to you. So we have that going on for you.
You guys, this is day 3 of Christian being on one.
The off-air sometimes is more entertaining than the on.
I feel...
But we'd be fired.
You would be. I feel like we should, like, I don't know. Sometimes I think it's gold. Like, it needs... The world
Not
needs to
everyone-
hear what you say.
Not everyone would think that was gold.
No, not that one in particular.
Yeah. But other ones, yeah. Yeah, I do agree with you that it's spectacular, some of the things.
I literally had to go to the bathroom because I spit coffee out into my hands and had to wash my hands.
It's all about, I just like to give you guys scenarios.
You do that often,
I
yeah.
like to go, what if?
But I don't know why your brain is the way it is that it even thinks of these scenarios. And then verbalizes them.
It's interesting to just think about those things and see people's reactions. Like, because there's the shock, and then they start contemplating what I say. Like, what? You're crazy. Huh, I wonder what I would do in that situation. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just funny. It's funny to me. I like to watch people think. I'm a thinker myself. I always say be a thinker, not a stinker.
Is that your life's motto?
It is.
Take your shirt off.
Oh, God.
Be a superhero. That's your reminder from Andy Elliott.
That's right.
There's only one way to be a superhero.
You gotta be fit and buff and...
You gotta have a six-pack.
That's right.
He won't hire anybody who doesn't have a six-pack.
Otherwise, I believe it.
No, he says it.
I hate him so much.
All right. You want to? It's when I guess Wednesday we can have our weekly Andy argument. Wherever
Okay.
where I
I
defend
hate
him.
him, period. I think he's mean, period.
Need to start a podcast called Off Air Thoughts. I feel like it would get me fired, but be short-lived.
No, on a podcast you can say pretty much anything.
Yeah, but everyone else can hear what I'm saying too.
Well, not everything you say behind the scenes is like...
Yeah.
I mean, some of it is things that you guys can't even fathom what comes out of his mouth.
Well, we just have a couple minutes because obviously we got some tickets to give away. Getting ready to get into Your Call Wednesday. Rich DeRocher, our guest Dr. Meisner in the 9 o'clock hour. I saw this article, and it gave me a little more perspective on Timberlake because I think something similar is happening to another person.
What do you mean?
I'm glad you asked.
Dangle the bait. I took it.
Got another one. Get in the boat. Fantastic. So, and this article actually is up, a couple new ones on our website, Q92radio.com.
That's why you do this, so you can brag that you've loaded.
I'm just trying to prove that I do
He does
something
his
at
job.
work. Like, look what I did an hour ago. One thing. So there's two news stories on our website, actually, this morning. One of them, though, both have to do with One Direction. And there's an article out this morning that said, and I found the article on two different sources. One of them was on our prep site, actually. But, and it says reportedly, Harry Styles has been advised by his people not to do any type of reunion with
One Direction.
One Direction. Literally, they've said they think it could be a major step back.
Oh, I don't believe
for
that.
his career. And when I saw that, I honestly thought, I wonder if that all these years is what Timberlake's people were telling. And I'm serious. Like, all jokes aside, we make the jokes, we do all that.
No,
but I wonder if not now. I understand now he's in his 40s, but Timberlake in his early 20s, just starting his solo career. Harry Styles is in his mid to late 20s now. He only had 2 albums out.
I was going to say, he hasn't done anything in a while.
But I'm telling you, I wonder if this happens a lot because obviously out of all the members of One Direction, they're all still known. They're all still doing things. Obviously Liam Payne passing, but he had a little bit of a success with his solo career. All of them have had some level of success. They're still relevant. Just like all the NSYNC guys are still, in some way, you know what they're doing.
They're doing something.
Joey's on Broadway. Lance is like a podcaster. Was almost a cosmonaut. He's on TV shows. You know what I mean?
That's right. He was almost.
Yeah. Okay. It was only J.C. Chaussee who wanted to get away from everything. But I'm saying
which that was his choice.
His advice. So you got Harry Styles, people telling him, we believe if you did anything with One Direction again, it would be a major step back for your solo career. Which I don't get, but that's what apparently his people have told him. They're advising him
maybe then
not to. I'm just wondering if we go back in time to when Timberlake hit it big as a solo career and he exploded as a solo artist. I wonder if his people for years were telling him the same thing.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, I feel like these artists need to have a backbone. I don't think they
don't.
Would, I think
and they're
now,
controlled.
no, all they care about is money.
But I mean, they're also controlled contractually, and they have management. Right. And when your management's telling you this will ruin your career, you want to trust your management team.
I understand that, but how do you maintain any relationships then if you were formerly part of a boy band? I mean, that's sad that you have to make that decision. Now, I think in this day and age, we as a society are in that, we love throwbacks. We love kind of going back in time that way. So I think they would be quite wrong if they did it today. I think it would be very well received.
For One Direction?
I think any of them.
Yeah. I mean, it would stink because the 5 of them couldn't be back together again. It would only be
obviously,
the 4
but that's part. I hate to say it, but that's kind of part of the draw. So you can go and pay homage to the whole. The band because of their loss. Does that make sense?
No, I mean, in a way, if they were to do it, there's no plans. In case anyone's like, "Are you guys just joining us?" Are you saying no?
No, there's
there's
plans.
Nothing at all. But yeah, in a way, it would be a tribute to Liam. I would think the 4 of them.
Right.
That would almost be a way to pay tribute to him and praise him.
Right.
Because he was a part of the huge success. Huge success.
I know.
But I think that's just very interesting that, according to sources, his people.
Who are the sources?
Harry Styles. It says.
I know, but I hate when they do that because it's
no one ever puts a name to it. Same with sports. No one ever put an unnamed player.
It could be Julie. They overheard at the office talking about this because she saw somebody do a TikTok reel about it. I mean, they
think any sort of reunion would be a major step back for his solo career.
No, I disagree. I think at this point in the game, for both One Direction and NSYNC, that it would be well received. I think they could sell shows out.
I just wonder from that mindset, in what way, if you're looking back with Justin and NSYNC or right now with Harry, I'd love for them to explain to me, how do you see it hurting Harry Styles' career? Or how did you see it hurting Justin Timberlake's career? You know what I mean? I would just give me your perspective.
Because I think I don't know that it would necessarily, it could dilute, I guess, the attention on just their solo artist. And I say it as their solo artist because that's all they were ever concerned with. They were concerned about their solo artist wanting to get back with their respective bands, and then they would lose money on that.
That's true. That could be a very viable reason. That's a good point. That they's hey, this is our cash cow.
Right.
And if our cash cow goes back to his
We're not going to be making.
We're not doing a solo tour. We're not in charge of that tour if
Right.
NSYNC tours again.
And what if he doesn't put out new music? Then that means we're not making money off new music.
That could be, if they do a new album and a tour, that could be 2 years before he does anything solo again. What happens to me? That's a very good. Well,
They say
Lauren,
that-
look at you.
They say that because they're protecting their
I'm not
investment.
saying that that's it, but that's certainly a very, very.
It's business. It's not
Yeah.
about those labels. Do not personally care.
No.
It's business.
It's a good point. If you're part of Harry Styles' management team, if he goes back and does stuff with One Direction, do you not get a cut of that?
Well, I think at this point I would just be like, just do something for the love of God. Are we doing new music?
I've played you interviews from 2 members of NSYNC in the past 2 weeks. They are seriously going to get together, and it sounds like, because I heard Chris Kirkpatrick and Fatone on podcast talking about it, and they said we just have to figure out: are we just going to do a Vegas residency? Are we going to do just a tour? Are we going to do an album and a tour? Do we want to do an album and a tour?
Listen,
It sounds like it's a matter of just they have to get together in a room, and they're going to, and decide, what is this?
I feel like it depends on how much each of them have, like, gas in the tank wise. It's either going to be a Vegas residency, so they
Which
don't have to travel.
Everyone's doing,
Or
and you could make a huge amount of money.
I do think that they could do a multi-city tour, but when they do it, like, only pick like 10 top cities across the United States,
Which other artists do?
and maybe do a stadium and keep them on the weekend so that they can relax and kind of rest up in between.
Because I don't know if you can be out there jumping around dancing 4
at their
nights a
age.
week.
Right.
Although your boys, new kids do it.
That's true. But they've been doing it for years. So they're
Backstreet does, but you're right. They never stopped.
right.
These guys have stopped
Yeah.
for a long time.
New kids they're accustomed to doing it. They've stayed in shape.
Yeah. No.
Oh, trust me. I mean, they let you know. Donnie and Danny for sure.
Donnie
They let
can't
you know.
keep his damn shirt on. One song in. Oh, what happened
I
to
don't have a
that?
problem with it.
I'm like, here we go with
I'll
this.
allow it.
I'll allow it, Donnie Wahlberg. I'll allow it. Oh, it's ticket giveaway time. Big time rush. Are you in a big time rush to beat the box office? We're going to let you do that right now. 330-450-9292. If you want to see Big Time Rush at Blossom on July 29th, before you can even buy the tickets, you want to win them, now's your chance. 330, like I said, 450-9292, caller 10. Good luck. Listen, a lot of rock stars make some mistakes. Happens.
It's because they get all wrapped up in their
Brooks
fame.
left his wife.
Yeah.
Dropped her. I'm out of here. I met someone else. I'm a Garth Brooks.
He did. He left, and his daughter's very bitter about the fact that he did what he did. He'd go on the road for 10 weeks at a time and leave his family behind, and didn't spend time he should have with his kids. And then when he said, I'm going to pull back and spend time with you, it came out that he had been cheating with Trisha Yearwood, and they were, in fact, getting a divorce.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. See, that's worse than what Bon Jovi did. He just slept with random
Cheating
girls.
is cheating. Oh, my God. How is that not worse?
Because it wasn't a relationship. He was having a full-on relationship. I mean, there's levels. I would say that's level 2 above.
I don't know that one outranks the other.
Well, there's levels of cheating.
Okay.
I think there's levels to it.
Mm.
Where do we start? Maybe, like, on the phone?
Like it only happened once?
No, I'm saying if we're going like levels. If we're really going to do a scale of cheating, where do we start? I would imagine
Emotional cheating.
Emotional cheating. Do we start maybe with the cell phone, like a flirty text, or liking a
To
comment
me,
on
that's
Instagram?
That's emotional
Okay,
cheating.
that's level 1.
You're using someone else to fill the cup your husband should be filling.
The cup.
Yeah. The emotional cup.
I love it. I would say that's level 1.
Okay.
I'm not saying any is right, but that's level 1.
Okay. Where we're towing it in the water.
Yeah, like we haven't talked to, we haven't hung
There's
out
been
with.
no physical
We've
contact.
maybe we've liked the bikini pic from that trip to Cabo. I don't know.
With the husband. Go ahead. What's level 2?
Well, now I don't know. We're kind of building this on the fly, but that's level 1.
Do you take
But it's
vitamins?
life
We
for me.
talked about this.
I started to, and then I ate
and then
like
you did it.
well, no, I ate like most of the container, and then I forgot about them. And I just found them this morning, so I took one this morning.
Okay.
What vitamins are you taking?
Whatever Lauren told me to
I
get.
really thought he was going to say Flintstones.
No, whatever you told me to get, I forget what it was.
Oh, in the they're gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good, right? I mean, they're not bad to
Yeah,
chew.
yeah,
they
they're not-
taste pretty good.
Like gummies? Like gummies?
No,
Oh, well, they're legal now.
I know that, but he wouldn't be able to operate the show and all that crap.
Who takes weed gummies? Would you ever?
I've never taken the weed gummies. I've taken a CBD gummy.
Well, I mean, yeah. For like sleep or for energy
Sleep.
or for
Just sleep.
for fun stuff.
Nope, just sleep.
Okay. You ever do a weed gummy or
I have not.
I want to.
I want to too, but I heard they're dangerous.
Well, I don't know that it's
I could tell you a whole story off air.
I don't know if it's as dangerous as heroin or cocaine.
Well, that's true.
No.
I just heard that the dosage is tricky.
Yeah, you've got to watch. That's why you probably should go to a dispensary and have them give you the lowest potency and not just take something from a friend.
Marky on Facebook. Me, I can function easily. Just have to get the right dose.
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. You should go to a dispensary.
Find out what your dose is.
Which, by the way, my sister went to a dispensary
What me? Look at all you people coming out of the woodwork.
just to like see what it was like. And she was like freaking out. She was like, it was like the Taj Mahal, Lauren. She's like, I never knew. I'm like,
You're
what do
like,
you mean by
this-
that? She's like, no, they opened like a big door. Like it looks just like a shop. And then it's like a vault door that opens. And it looks like the inside of the Taj Mahal you would think in your brain would look like beyond that door.
Get dispensary gummies. Do not ever eat homemade edibles or you will die. LOL. That's a That's a Mama Bigglesworth reference right there. I like that. I took a 25 milligram gummy and I was like in a coma. Someone said on the text line.
Listen, the ones that I take for sleep occasionally, I don't do it very often. It's just when I'm really struggling. They're not only are they the lowest dose, I can only eat like an ear. Like I get laughed at because I have to eat just like little parts of the bear.
Who's done the gummies? Whether it's CBD or the actual like recreational, like who's done the gummies and what are your experiences, good or bad? Or maybe you're someone like didn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, you got to work it. This is something you got to work your way for. Yeah, Amy, start small. She's like 100% right.
Experiences with CBD and gummies from the dispensaries.
This is Brittany.
Brittany, where you calling from this morning?
Canton.
All right, Brittany, congratulations. You're caller number 10. You're the winner.
Yay!
Congratulations, Brittany. Are you a huge BTR fan?
Yeah, me and my brother, we grew up on them. So amazing.
Well, I'm so excited. It's gonna be like a Sibs outing. That's amazing. What's your favorite station? Hooking you up, helping you beat the box office.
Q92.
I get that. Has this brought any rage out of you yet, Jake? Or are you still rageless?
not yet.
Nothing. Nothing
It takes
bothers
quite
this
a
guy.
bit to get him ruffled.
Yeah, I think something would have pissed him off in the last couple weeks.
I know.
God, mighty.
It's not.
All right, Jake. Must be nice to live in your little world of Zen, huh?
I used to meditate all the time, actually.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. When I was in high school, when I was going through some breakups, I got a guided meditation app. I would do it every morning before my shower.
Like on a yoga mat or like just in
No,
bed?
just on the bathroom floor.
Wait. So when in high school, at Jackson High School, I hate when you make me stop the music. And you went through.
I love it.
Someone broke up with you.
Yeah.
And your thought was, how do I get through this? And you got a meditation app.
Yep.
And on your bathroom floor, would meditate every morning.
Every
before
morning
school.
for like a solid couple months. Yeah.
What would
It like taught me things like how to set boundaries, how to like.
I'm glad it worked for you. It was the mental picture of seeing Jake sitting on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, I see like in your bathroom and downward dog and just
No,
like
I wasn't doing yoga. I was meditating. I had earplugs in. I got earplugs or headphones.
Did you have a salt lamp or anything?
No.
They say that like helps.
what would you do? Would you like sit Indian style and just close your eyes?
Yep.
Why your bathroom? What's wrong with your bedroom?
I could have done my bedroom. I don't know. I just always did it before my shower. So I got my clothes, put them in the shower, meditated, and took a shower.
Did
It was
with
like
the
a routine I
shower
did.
on while you were meditating
I don't think so.
to create a steamy
Did you
warm?
say-
It
Wait,
might have,
wait,
because it was
wait,
only
wait,
a
wait.
5-minute meditation.
I'm trying to like paint a picture. I'm sorry.
Wait, did you say you got out of your clothes then meditated?
No.
Oh, I was like, you were
I got my
nude
clothes
meditating.
I'm hoping that's
I did.
what
I think
you
I
said.
did. I think I did say that, but I didn't mean that. Like I got my clothes ready. Like
And put him in the
so clo-
bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
I was still clothed while I was meditating.
So you would sit Indian style on your cold bathroom floor as opposed to your bedroom.
Yeah, did you put a towel down or
There was a
mat?
rug. There's
okay.
like there's bathroom rugs.
Okay.
And you would what? Like, would there be like music playing?
Yeah, it has soft, music. It was like guided meditation, so like he would tell you to.
I've
like,
done it with the Calm app, like the breathe in,
Yeah,
hold it, now breathe out through the nose.
yeah. He would just
know what
talk
I
to you
mean?
about
Like-
like, certain things, and it was always like every day was a new lesson or whatever.
Yeah. And usually, like, there's some ocean waves crashing in the background, like some very calming sort of musical or audio stimulation.
Wow, that is.
I tried to use the Calm app. I tried to meditate when I was having my surgery done because they kept me awake for it.
That is.
I wigged out. There was no amount of meditation that could have calmed me down.
And did it help you?
Yeah, it did. It got me through some stuff, and it calmed me down, and I learned some things.
Oh,
Was it like this?
we needed some Enya to back
Sure.
this up. Do you know what this is?
I do not.
It's called
yeah,
Sail Away.
yeah, I've heard it.
It's actually called Orinoco
Whatever.
by Enya with an E.
Miles wants to know what app you use.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it was blue.
Oh, okay, I remember
It
that.
might have been the Calm app, but I don't know if it was.
I love the Calm app. I listen to that every night when I go to bed. Thunderstorms or crickets. Yep.
So the guy would just talk to you?
Yeah.
Like, you're a good person.
Sometimes,
No,
yeah. And
it's
you make you
okay
repeat
to
things.
say
Yeah.
no. Yeah, like
Don't beat yourself up.
it's positive affirmations and like reinforcement to try and like mentally help you understand what you're going through is normal and
You're a winner.
you can handle it.
All right.
I'm proud of you for taking such
Thanks.
mature steps in high school. Seriously.
Just
Yeah.
threw me off. Just threw me off for a second. I'm fine. I support it. Just was like, oh.
Did somebody recommend that or you just did that on yourself?
I don't know. I really don't. I remember watching like it was comedy videos and I don't know. It was just a YouTube channel of like Charisma on Command. I think it was called. Or, like,
Charisma on command.
yeah, and it was like they
That's
taught you how to like.
fantastic.
I don't know. I don't know how I found it. I really don't remember.
I love that though. Taking his own coping skills into his own hands, and I think that's good. Being
Comes right up in
proactive.
YouTube. Charisma on Command comes right up. The best. Oh, is it a podcast?
I don't know. It was years ago. I watched
Maybe
it.
it wasn't
could be
at
now.
that point. Yeah, now it is.
I'm getting a lot of comedy videos when I put that in. I thought it came up, but I'm getting a lot of comedy videos. Find your passion in less than 3 minutes. Oh, how to be funny. How to make them laugh. All right.
Maybe I need to watch this.
How to be the most confident version of yourself.
How to never be boring in a conversation. I get accused of that all the time. Boring storyline.
Hey guys, I found buttons yesterday.
Hey.
Lots of people fall asleep during a meditation. It means they need it. If you don't think you can do it, you really need it. Why don't you still meditate, Jake? Someone wants to know.
I don't know. I just kind of got out of it. I would like to. I want to
He
get
meant
back into
Star.
it. Sure.
true.
That is true.
That is true. All right, there you go. Things you don't know. We've learned a lot in today's show.
We really have.
By the way, can someone look outside? Alien check. More. O'clock hour, the Q92 Morning Show. Christian, Lauren, and Jake here with you on your radio. Streaming live at Q92radio.com, our website where you can listen every day. And we're also live video on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. Brought to you this hour by our friends at Kimball. Kimball is hiring. You guys can visit kimballcompanies.com/careers to apply today. Thank you, Kimball, for being the sponsor of the live video feed in the 8 o'clock hour for the Q92 Morning Show. Our phone number is 330-450-9292. Our text line is 330-269-9292. And you need both of those because it is a Your Call Wednesday. And we're a half hour away from talking with Rich DeRocher from the Hall of Fame. But you guys also know, that Wednesdays, Wednesdays are Your Call Wednesdays, where you tell us what to play. And, well, we play it if we have it.
Yeah, that's the asterisk. If you have
to
it.
have it. I will say someone requested a song that I'm sad that we don't have.
Yeah.
We should have it. We deserve it. It was a smash. For that person that texted in, Weedus, I apologize.
We don't have it.
I would bring it up at the next council meeting. I think we need to add it.
Well, that's going to be happening in about 2 hours.
I think it needs to be added. I think occasionally we need to hear that song because it's tremendous.
You won't say anything.
No, I won't, because I just want the meeting to end.
I will.
Because I just want the meeting to end. And the thing is, I've said it before, I'm repeating myself, it's a rerun. We get so sidetracked about things that have nothing to do with the meeting.
I feel like everybody here has like an attention problem. Like, literally all anyone has to do is say one thing off topic.
And the whole room.
Yeah, whole room collapses.
The whole room.
I mean, you'll have 6 different discussions going on.
We could be talking about a legit work thing.
Oh, yeah. And someone's like, did you see?
And then someone will be like, hey, I switched detergents. Speaking of detergents.
Right.
And then the whole room, we were talking about All and Tide for a half hour. It's unbelievable.
I know.
I'm guilty. We've all done it.
Not as guilty as others.
Well, no.
Because you try and stay as quiet as possible.
I sure do.
And look down like you're really studying those numbers you're about to share when you're in actuality, if they really look, you're sleeping.
Not anymore.
No, not as much anymore. And
No.
I have to say, it's because of the whole
Now, I sit
CPAP.
there very bored.
Yeah.
And my body language is negative.
Typically.
But I don't fall asleep.
Like if there was an RBF for a man, what would it be called? Because you have that sometimes.
Oh, I'll put my hood up, I have a hoodie on.
Oh, we know.
Like, like, Jesus, God, we're still talking about bicycles?
I know. Yeah, we can literally like talk about a client and whatever they might sell, or like, then all of a sudden the discussion transitions to that, and then we have to hear a childhood story from somebody. Yeah,
I blame Mark.
I do too. I really feel like he is the cornerstone to all of these conversations that get off topic. And he's the first one to walk in and be
what?
Hurry up, let's get this meeting done.
Starting today, in my little black binder, I'm going to keep score of who gets a meeting off topic.
Good.
And we'll see at the end of the year who's most guilty.
We won't tell anybody you're doing it.
Who would know? It's not like we said it on the radio.
Well, but it's early, so they might not be in their cars yet.
Let's kick off a Your Call Wednesday. This text, fantastic, and we do have it. But I wish we had Weedus. Can you play John Cicada Just Another Day for Your Call Wednesday? Can I play John Cicada? Are you kidding me? One of the most underrated and underappreciated artists of the 90s.
I agree.
Underappreciated. The guy put out like 4 or 5 bangers in a row.
He did.
And all his music videos were the same.
Yeah, they were. I didn't think about that.
He's in a wife beater in the sand
somewhere,
just singing by himself. This is just another day.
Kind of like Nick Lachey.
It's Q92.
Okay, so have you guys been to the store recently?
Yes.
And no. Like, literally, this is brand new. So my favorite store is Target, right? We go to Target often. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or try and lie. Anyhow, why do we have to have sales reps in stores where you're just trying to get your shopping done?
Oh, Sam's Club does that.
Sam's Club does it. I will say Costco's really good about it. There's reps there, but they don't approach you. You have to come to them.
Those Sam's Club people damn near tackle you.
Oh my gosh, it's awful. Well, Target has now allowed reps to be in the back of their store by their cell phones peddling cell phone service plans. And to Target, I say, you suck. I'm sorry. This was the interaction that I had over the course of, I was there a week ago today, and I was there, and I have not gone back yet. And part of it was because of this exchange. I was there a week ago today, and then I was also there the previous Sunday. So Sunday to Sunday to anyhow, it was a few days. It was less than a week. We were approached. She asked what we were paying for our cell phone plan, and I told her, and she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's so high. Well, it's not. Let me just tell you that. For 5 lines and internet being under $250, it's not. Tries to reorganize after we told her that we're in a contract, completely ignored us, is like steamrolling us to come with her, and finally my husband speaks up, and he's like, we said we're not interested. So we walk away, and I'm there the following Friday with my daughter because Sabrina Carpenter dropped a new album. What? Anyhow.
You got the vinyl?
Yeah. The same woman approaches us, and I said, we already spoke last Sunday. I was here last Sunday. I said, oh, yeah, you were. For sure. I remember. And she's like, well, let's talk about it. And I said, no, I'm going to tell you what I told you then. We're just trying to shop. We're not interested.
Yeah.
She walked away and was like mumbling something under her breath. Listen, I am not the rude one. I am trying to save you time. You're going nowhere fast with me. But moreover, why are these stores allowing sales reps to interrupt the shopping experience in their store? Because it's putting a bad taste in my mouth. I'll tell you what, I'll go to all online shopping. I don't want to be bothered. And I'm not an introvert.
Oh my God. We're talking about GPAs this hour because I was just saying how I don't necessarily like the 4.9, 4.8. And I said this, I totally admitted that this is a topic that like is old man get off my lawn for me.
Yep.
As we're getting older, we're starting to get those opinions that like are ours now. We don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And there's things as you age that you go, no, it's stupid. I don't like it. It sucks. Get it out of here. That's a topic for me. The people getting over 4.0, not daughter, 4.2 or 4.3.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't get it. I was like, congratulations. I'm so glad you're doing well in school. You're awesome. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You're okay with it?
Yeah. I mean,
Jake has different issues with it
my
than me.
kid benefited from it. She got an
My
academic
daughter
scholarship.
is
Right.
literally benefiting from it right now, getting ready to go to Akron.
Yep.
Absolutely. Some text messages. I think that honor classes are 5 for an A, regular classes 4 for an A. At the end of the day, it's a number. I only graduated 8 years ago, and I feel old listening to this. It wasn't even like this 8 years ago. Imagine if you graduated back in the 1900s.
Right.
Before electricity.
I was the last year of the 1900s, by the way.
Were you?
Yeah.
99?
Yep.
Good for you. Good for you. I was 97. She's doing all the extras and college classes for the dance
that
teacher.
must be from Megan.
There's a 4.9, yeah. Yep. ZDP Wrench Monkey. I graduated with a 1.42 GPA. Granted, I never planned to go to college, but I feel like a GPA is pointless unless college is in your future plans. I did, however, score a 98 on my...
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
Clouds on the increase for your Wednesday. We'll see a high today near 13, a wind chill to minus 25. Overnight, cloudy for the most part, a low near 8. A little warmer, wind chills only minus 3. I am Mark J. Weather. Have a great Wednesday.
8:20 right here on today's hit music. Q92, Christian, Lauren, Jake hanging out on your Wednesday morning. Hope you guys are having a really, really good start to your day. Your call Wednesday off to a good start. You guys doing a good job as always. Appreciate it. Real quick, I'm not a coffee guy.
Yep.
I'm not going to but Starbucks, would they take away 13 drinks? Is that what I saw?
I don't know. They didn't take any of
13.
mine away.
They eliminated. They wanted to simplify their menu. I didn't know if you guys were mad about that.
Well, I think you can ask them to make anything you want as long as they have the syrups and stuff for it. So as long as you know what went into one of those drinks they might have taken away. Like they can make the peppermint mocha all year round.
Yeah, 13 less popular beverages are leaving. The iced matcha lemonade.
Matcha.
Espresso frappuccino.
Okay.
The cafe vanilla frappuccino. The Java chip frappuccino. The white chocolate mocha frappuccino. The chai creme frappuccino. The caramel ribbon crunch creme frappuccino.
These are all like milkshakes that you're saying. Frappuccinos are like...
White hot chocolate is leaving. Royal English breakfast latte is leaving. And the honey almond milk flat white is leaving, along with some others.
All those can go.
13. Boom.
Yeah,
So
I really
30% reduction in their menu.
You don't like... Do you like the way coffee smells?
No.
No.
I don't drink coffee.
To me, there's no better smell than walking into a bookstore that has an in-house like barista and smelling books and coffee together.
I've never in my life. My father would drink coffee outside on a 90-degree day. He'd sit in a lawn chair with a hot cup of coffee, and I'd look at him like he was an alien.
My father-in-law would do the same thing.
He would just sit out in a chair in the sun, enjoying a summer day with a mug and a hot cup of coffee. Like, it's 90. Are you human? What's wrong with you?
I mean, I've sat on our balcony at the beach with a hot cup of coffee with the sun, blaring down.
I could see maybe it's sunrise.
I don't get up that early on vacation because it's vacation for a reason.
I agree with that.
I'm not up with the sun in the summer. I mean, unless I'm coming here.
I like to I like to see the sun come up over the ocean
a
couple times. Not the whole time, but I do want to see it a couple.
I've actually gotten up to like pee and I'll be like, ooh, it's almost time. And I'll go out and watch it and then I'll go back to bed.
Yeah. We're going on vacation with my brother's family again, same place.
Yeah.
But we're getting our own place this time.
Yeah.
And it's like walking distance of theirs. Like we could see each other's place.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And we're ocean front.
That's the way to do it.
Ocean front.
What level are you on?
I don't know.
You
It worries me about Jimmy. So we bought that mesh stuff or whatever that's like a thick material, and we're gonna zip tie it around the balcony.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Trust me, I already had the conversation.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, hopefully you're on like the second floor or above, because if you're ground floor, sometimes you can't see the ocean over the dunes.
I'm more concerned with my son on the balcony.
Yeah, I get
Not
that.
that I would have him unattended because I am a psycho.
Yeah.
But 1 second. Takes 1 second.
That's right. A lot can
to
happen
fall through
in the
the
blink
rings.
of an eye.
I don't know the measurements of their
I think it's law that they
balcony.
have to be like an inch or two apart.
Yeah. So I'm like, we literally bought like a thing we're gonna zip tie.
I say better safe than sorry.
I don't care.
Whatever makes you comfortable. It's your vacation. You have to be able to relax.
Yeah. So don't care. Long hair, don't care. But yeah, Starbucks people. I didn't know if you're upset about that, but hey, you know what you can do.
Those drinks can go. They're none of my go-tos.
Okay. 8:24. Rich DeRocher coming up from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Sports coming up in a little bit, and we have a special guest coming up at the 9 o'clock hour as well, Lauren.
Yeah, we have Dr. Meisner from New Leaf Veterinary Clinic. She's going to answer some questions. I know a lot of pet owners have had questions about this bird flu that's going around. We're going to talk about that a little bit. If you guys have any questions for the doctor, send them in 330-269-9292. You can text them to us, and we'll see how many we can get to. But she's going to be joining us. I know Dr. Meisner. I know she's awesome, so I'm excited to have her on the show.
Right now, another request on a Your Call Wednesday. I don't know if you guys remember this one or not. It's from 98.
Did you put it in for me?
Yeah. It's Divine Lately.
You guys, give me a high five for this one. This
Maybe.
is so good.
We'll see. It's Q92. Who remembers this one? So tough to ask you questions. Do you ever lay down, like, has anyone ever laid down the gauntlet or had the gauntlet laid down on you of, like, just so you know? It always starts when a girl says, just so you know. You know, you're like, oh, here we go.
I lay that down with my husband on every date night.
But like I know, but like on a first date.
Like, just so you know,
Yeah.
when we get home, we're going to bed. I get up really early all week.
So just let me sleep.
I'm just kidding.
Jake, you're a girl laid down the law on a first date and like set boundaries immediately before you've even so much as gone out?
No.
No?
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. It's going great. Beer goggles are a real thing. Someone said on the text line. I had a girl once. She was like, just so you know, this is, we're hanging out and I'm going home. I don't do that on the first date with anybody. And I'm like, I didn't even.
But did she back down when you said that to her? Like, well, I just always put it out there because some guys.
Well, she said.
Yeah.
She said, like, I say that to everybody.
Okay.
I was like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even order a drink yet. Like, what? Like, we just got
She
set.
wanted to tell you why you were still sober.
I'm like, Jesus. I was like, okay, this is going to be fun. I can tell.
Yeah.
It did. It threw my whole vibe off.
Why? Because you knew you weren't going to get any.
No, I just thought that was a crappy thing to just throw down. Like, I gave off no vibe that I was trying to like.
Is that like the adult version
I don't
of
think
like
I was
when
like, nice to meet you. Look at your boobs. I wasn't like.
Is that like the adult version of like when you take your kids to the store and you'd be like, you're getting nothing on this trip, just
Basically,
so you know.
yeah, my mom would do that. Actually, my mom would lie to me. She would say yes. And she'd go, next time.
Don't even ask.
Next time I will. We have to go next time. But yeah, I remember a girl doing that and it threw me off. We did not go out again, and I want to say it was my decision. Because I was like, I don't.
Interesting.
That pissed me off. I was like, A, I did nothing to give you that vibe. B, why would you be ignorant and just say it so crappily like that?
Yeah, but when you realize, like, I understand that like rubbed you the wrong way and that's why. But telling the story, it sounds like you never went out with her again because she was like, I'm not putting out.
No, because I thought that was a bitchy thing to do. And I thought there was no reason for it. I didn't, like, what did I in any way do other than pick you up and take you to this restaurant that made you, I expect to get
maybe
laid
it was
tonight.
the cologne or something. She thought maybe that was
maybe the curve was
your
working a little too hard that day.
That was your Sex Panther.
Oh. I do remember that. I was like, man, screw you. Who the hell want?
No, you won't.
I was like, I was thinking to myself, you know what? You're right. I am going to take you home after this. That's a very good observation. I hope somebody get a second date for people that don't call or ghost that person they got on a date, and then they call the other person and find the reason they're not calling them back. Listen, I've said this before. I have no problem with ghosting. It does not bother me. If I was ghosted, it doesn't bother. It can be disappointing if I like somebody, but I do not get offended by ghosting.
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
Major League Baseball news. Yesterday we found out former Cleveland pitcher CC Sabathia is officially a first ballot Hall of Famer as he has been elected to the class of 2025. Congratulations to CC. College basketball last night, Ohio State beat number 11 Purdue on the road last night, 73-70. Big win for the Buckeyes. They're now 11-8 on the season, 3-5 in conference play. Other college basketball scores from last night: Akron beat Buffalo on the road 90-58, and Kent beat Toledo on the road as well, 83-64. And in NBA action tonight, the Cleveland Cavaliers are back in action on the road in Houston, taking on the Rockets. 8 o'clock is tip-off. The Cavs 36-6 on the season. The Rockets 28-14. In college football news, the Ohio State Buckeyes are atop the final AP college football poll. After winning the national championship Notre Dame finishes second, Oregon 3, Texas 4, and Penn State 5. And another OSU football news, quarterback Devin Brown, who had entered the transfer portal, has officially signed to play at Cal. Brown has 2 more seasons of eligibility. That's a look at sports right here on today's Hit Music, Q92.
I wish Jake would talk more. I like when he talks about Daddy David.
Wow, this is crazy.
.834 right here on today's Hit Music. Q92, Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. Glad to be with you here on the radio, streaming live at our website, Q92radio.com, and you can watch along on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. So glad you're with us here this morning. We'll get back to more of your requests on a Your Call Wednesday coming up. But if it's 8:30 on a Wednesday morning, that means Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame, as always, is joining us for a little convo. Always great catching up with him. Rich, good morning, and how are you on this beautiful end of February day?
It is beautiful.
End of February. Then we get March, and we get the guys starting to come into town for their site visits, and then ribs burn off in May, and before we know it, it'll be August. How many days, Christian? I don't look at the website.
You want me? I'll go and get it for you if you want. 155 days, 11 hours, 25 minutes, and 3 seconds, my friend.
All right.
Until it is time for the greatest week in Canton every year. It's a celebration all week long. It's a party all week long. It is awesome, and it is when all the eyes of the sports world focus right here on Canton, Ohio.
Yep. Countdown to kickoff, and it won't be long before we're announcing the teams to bring in for the game. Won't be long until we're announcing the concert, and pretty soon we'll have the full weekend lined up, and hopefully get a lot of people to join us to celebrate this class.
It's great, and everyone's looking. Everyone always around this time starts sniffing around. We try to bug you for information on and off air to try to get.
We
scoops.
try.
We try. I'll tell you what.
He's
Rich
ironclad,
DeRocher,
man.
ironclad. You cannot break him, my friends.
Nope.
You cannot break him. But you're right though. Like it's anticipation. And it's just so cool. You get the class. Then you get the concert. Then you get the game. And then this, like, as we slowly move towards it, these things are revealed, and we realize just what an exciting, incredible week it's going to be.
It's incredible to think about people wanting to come to Canton, Ohio, and the concert act, when we announced it, is going to be someone who has said, like Carrie Underwood last year, I want to do that, and she said that, and it was like, well, what's your schedule next August look like? This was maybe 6-7 months. Right around this time last year, a little earlier, in the calendar a year ago. And she's like, oh, I'd love to do that. And then we're like, oh, how about this August? And she said yes. And it's going to be that way again this year, is kind of what I'm hearing. The act that we're getting close to announce is somebody who said they want to do this. And, I think sometimes, I know I feel it sometimes. I think sometimes people in our community feel like, what is special about Canton, Ohio? I think sometimes we have a little inferiority complex. We're not the sunniest and warmest location in the world, and we don't have our own pro sports teams. And the ones we identify with sometimes are better known for their epic failures than their successes. And certainly there's exceptions to that. And maybe the Cavs this year are going to give us something to hear about again. But it's really easy to, I talked about it when I first came here, and 5 years ago, people asked me about Canton, Ohio, and I said, it's an area that has suffered a lot of gut punches. The industries that have left, the population that has left, but by golly, the ones who have stuck around, I think, we can help them understand and appreciate why we love it here, and use our platform to share that with people. This is a great place to live and a great place to come and celebrate.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And it's really cool to hear you say when you talk about how the Concert for Legends has been going on for so many years, and to get to a point now where major artists, it's not so much that you guys like, would you like to? You have people saying, I want to.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, like all the eyes of the sports world and things, they're all on Canton that week. NFL Network's here, ESPN's here, media from all the cities of the enshrinees is all camped here for the week. Fans from all those cities are here for the week. It's become such a big event all week long, and it's really cool when you hear that some of these artists, these are all big time artists, and now it's to the point where they're hinting to you like, hey, what do you need anybody for?
Yeah.
That's a cool thing. That's really cool to hear.
A lot of them like football. Carrie's a big was a big sports fan, and just felt like that association and the crossover, of her fans and professional sports fans was significant. We've seen that with other acts, Kid Rock and Toby Keith and Maroon 5 and some of the other acts who have come through here have been people. Donnie Iris opened, for Journey a couple of years ago. He's, known well locally, particularly in the Mahoning Valley. And they just, like you said, Christian, Lauren, they just like the association. They understand that this is a weekend to celebrate excellence. They want to be a part of it. And so when we do announce the concert here coming up soon, and when we announce the teams, it's going to be people who want to be here. That's
really cool. So we have that coming up. Obviously, in the NFL now, the off season. To me, in the NFL now, the NFL off season now, Rich, is just another part of the season. If you ask me, it's all so relevant now. It's all so big. Whether it's what we're getting ready to do right now with the combine starting up and things like that, to free agency, to the draft, to mini. It's literally year round.
It is, and. Listen, I was one of the ones, I got to be careful what I say. I don't want to make it seem like I'm mocking the NFL. They're such great partners of ours. But, man, how many companies, how many entities have the marketing machine working for it and behind it that, very large individuals in their early 20s running around in their shorts and t-shirts could be so fascinating to so many people. Is the magic of marketing and the power of the game that we get to celebrate here. And there's really nothing happening in Indianapolis except a bunch of dudes running around in their shorts. But man, there'll be a lot of people transfixed on that. And oh, did you see what so-and-so did? And we'll end up getting some artifacts from that, like we did last year when Xavier Worthy set the record for the fastest 40-yard dash. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, is the fastest 40-yard dash in the history of the NFL Combine, going to feed the hungry or put a roof over? No, I mean, it's trivia, but it's trivia that a lot of people really enjoy. And it's a story that we can tell. And really one of the things that we're learning more and more every day here in Canton is the fascination with football isn't always the outcomes. Certainly, you play to win the game and you keep score for a reason. But the fascination with football is the storytelling, the soap opera aspect of it. Is Travis Kelce going to retire or not? A lot of people are fixated on whether Travis Kelce is going to retire because once he makes that decision, his countdown clock to come to Canton starts. And so, we are gaining a greater appreciation every day of how important the storytelling aspect is around pro football, because it's human drama. It's the kid. Why do we watch the Combine? Because some kid's going to do something that no one expects, and it's going to change his life forever. That's why we pay attention.
Yeah. And because we miss football so darn much, we're willing to consume anything we can to keep the excitement alive. So, yeah, no, I agree. I think it's exciting.
Yeah, there's that part too. And, if you're a Browns fan, you're
looking for your next.
Honestly, if you're a Browns fan, you're like,
Will we draft him? Come on, let's draft him.
Do we go quarterback? Do we go this? Do we go that? Do we take a defender? Like when you're picking that high in the draft, you're paying attention. And it's to a point, like you said, where now, Rich, these guys in their shorts, running, lifting weights, jumping, it's all televised. Mm-hmm. And we're all sitting here studying film along with the experts and the GMs.
Right. And all of a sudden, some of, we're in our lunchrooms, we're by our water coolers or copying machines, throwing around names that 3 days ago, none of us had ever heard.
Yep.
And now we're experts.
He is 40. Yeah.
And now we're experts on all these guys.
You're 100% right. And, again, also at the Hall of Fame too, always new artifacts, always cool things. I always tell people when we talk about it, like, well, I went last spring. I was like, it's different. There's new things. So you guys are always evolving, always adding new. You're never resting on your laurels over there. So if you've gone maybe a year ago, if you're a local person, going a year later or 6 months later or even a couple months later down the road, you're going to see things you didn't see before.
Well, yes. Thank you for saying that, because it's something that we're proud of and we're always on the lookout for. And of course, with the honors show where our class of 25 was announced, they also announced the MVPs, the different, the offensive, defensive players of the year, coach of the year, comeback player of the year, all those major awards, the leg lamps that were passed out. So we're going to get some artifacts from some of them. We've got 3 confirmed already. We've asked for about 6 or 7 different individuals to be represented. I don't think we have a confirmation from what we're getting from Josh Allen yet, but that's just a matter of time as the MVP. And I know, Kevin O'Connell, coach of the year from the Vikings, we have a confirmation from him that we'll get some things so that we can represent him here. And Eric Armstead, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, got a confirmation from him that we'll be getting some things here. So, it gives us a chance to celebrate the most recent season. And we've got a few fun things planned for, the Eagles being the Super Bowl champion, and a realization that we want to do a little bit more each year with the defending Super Bowl champions. So Philly fans, Eagle fans, if you're out there, stay tuned, because there'll be some big news coming there. Ooh. Teaser.
Well, there you go. There's a teaser.
Christian always says that's how you do a tease.
That's how you do a tease, right there. We're almost out of time here, Rich. But I was just sitting here as you were talking, and it just hit me because you talked about Travis Kelce. Once he retires, the clock starts, and there's a decent chance we don't know that he might be a first ballot. And then I thought about, if that were to happen,
the Swifties will descend.
You
on Canton.
You better I don't know the chaos that if those two are still dating, to know that the
Maybe
Kelsey,
they'll be married and have kids.
the Kelsey brothers would be in town.
That'd be amazing.
And to know that a certain Taylor Swift could be in the crowd.
I thought you were going to say maybe we could get Taylor Swift to play the concert, which is
you'd need to add on to the stage.
Yeah,
you would need
to stop traffic on the highway because we Swifties have been known to
you'd have to put chairs on 77. It would be insane.
Yeah,
but what a cool thing to think about down the road.
What a nice problem to have.
I was just going to say, talk about a great problem to have.
Yeah,
Rich, always a pleasure. We'll badge you off air here in a second for info that you won't give us here in a second, like we do weekly. And we love when you join the show every week. We look forward to talking to you.
Do you want to take another guess? I need a rhyming word for this week's text.
We'll come up with another guess that you will neither confirm nor deny here in a second. But Rich, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining the show.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich.
All right. Rich DeRocher, he is the best. Joins us every Wednesday.
He puts up with us every week.
God bless him.
I know.
He deserves an award or
He
maybe a
does.
section of the Hall of Fame just for that.
Yes.
This man
I
put
agree.
up with the Q92 Morning Show for years.
Well, right.
It's 3:11 down. It's Q92. Do you know she started as a Laker girl?
I did know that, yes.
Yes.
Because when I saw her in concert, she came out wearing a Lakers cheer outfit.
Did she?
Yeah, like just fun throwback.
That little rascal.
I
That's
know.
crazy. Anywho, JJ from Early Learning Center in Alliance wants to say hi to his favorite radio station. Hi. Hey, buddy.
Aw, have a good day at school, JJ.
JJ, glad to hear from you. Glad you're with us. Again, going to have a guest in studio next hour, Lauren.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Dr. Meisner. You've heard Jordan Miller reporting on it. Chances are you've seen it in your Facebook feed. I know you guys had questions about this whole bird flu that's going around. How can it impact your pets? What can you do to keep them safe? Well, we've got Dr. Meisner here from New Leaf Veterinary Clinic. She's amazing. She's a great friend. And I know she is incredibly knowledgeable. She'll be here to help you guys along the way and keep your pets safe. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, I've been part of all these community boards, and I know, like, I follow Lake Township, I follow North Canton. I know that people were concerned because ducks were unfortunately being found deceased around local creeks and, things like that. So we'll find out from her what we need to know.
You listen to Dr. Miser, you'll be wiser.
Here we go again. I mean, he's really on a rhyming kick today, you guys.
Hey, last request on a Your Call Wednesday, and I have to do it. Good morning, Christian and Lauren. I just got engaged on Saturday.
Oh, congrats.
Congratulations. That's really cool. Could you please play You and Me by Lifehouse? It's in the running for what our wedding party will walk down the aisle to.
Oh, of course we got to do it.
Just consider Firehouse. It's Lifehouse, You and Me. Your Call Wednesday. Good job, everybody. It's Q92. Good morning, Christian, Lauren, and Jake. So it's 2025. Have you started anything new yet? I didn't make a resolution.
I didn't make a resolution per se because I never follow through with them.
Fair.
But I did start my green shakes. I already had it on the way in because I could use both hands that day. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Jake, any resolutions?
No, but I probably should, if I'm being honest.
Like, what would it be?
To probably go to the doctor this year. That might be a good one.
You know what? I feel like a lot of people don't.
I didn't. I'm telling you, Megan talked me into going when I hadn't gone in probably 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like unless something was truly like ER wrong.
Right.
And that's how I found out I had type 2 diabetes. That's how so much has changed because of Dr. Deeb. And I'm so glad now I have a doctor that I go to a few times a year, check my blood, check my, not to be gross, my urine and all that, and check everything.
Of course. That's the gamut.
Check my A1C and make sure everything's good.
I hate going to the doctor. I'm just going to say it. I just absolutely abhor it. I get so much anxiety going because
I love my doctor. Dr. Deeb's the
I
coolest.
do too. I like my doctor. It has nothing to do with that. I think it's a little bit of PTSD, honestly.
The best accent.
Well, that would be fun.
It's Kristen. How are you, my friend? It's always my friend. How are you, my friend?
When you go home,
great.
When you go home and Jamie's like, so what did Deeb say? Do you like it? Do you reiterate it with the accent of her?
No, I just go, oh, he said fine. You know me. Like, she'll want to know what's your numbers, what's your A1C, what's your That's good. It's fine. You know, it's me. That's how I do things.
Such a turd sometimes.
It's me. No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Because I don't remember. I remember at that moment, but then I don't remember. Then I can sing a song from 1983 that I heard one time.
I've got news for you.
WDJQ, Canton, Massillon, New Philly. Broadcasting live and worldwide at Q92Radio.com with a Jordan Miller news update.
A mother in Alliance faces charges after police say she left her 2 children, ages 7 and 10, home alone to go to a bar. The 30-year-old was arrested early Sunday morning, accused of child endangerment. Police say the children's father found them asleep on a couch at the home on Parkside Drive without a babysitter. He called 911 after confronting the woman at the bar. Officers say she returned home intoxicated and admitting to stopping for a drink. The children are now in their grandfather's care. The woman is set to appear in court on Friday. An 81-year-old Canal Fulton woman has been convicted of vehicular homicide after crashing her SUV into a Jackson Township restaurant, killing a patron who was inside. Barbara O'Donnell pleaded guilty in Massillon Municipal Court. The judge suspended her 180-day sentence, placing her on 5 years probation. He also suspended her driver's license for 5 years and fined her over $1,000. The crash happened at Angelo's To Go on October 4th, killing 69-year-old Andrew Grossschmidt of Plain Township. O'Donnell told police she accidentally hit the gas instead of the brake. A Perry Township man is facing charges after a standoff involving SWAT on Monday. Police say that the 45-year-old threatened suicide and warned he would shoot anyone who intervened. Officers were called to the 4400 block of 16th Street Northwest around 2:30 p.m. Monday. The Canton Regional SWAT team was activated, and after negotiations, the man surrendered peacefully in his driveway. He was charged with inducing panic and disorderly conduct by intoxication. He was taken to the Stark County Jail. Police urge anyone facing mental health challenges to seek help at the Crisis Intervention and Recovery Center. A Stark County man who served 18 months in prison for his role in the January 6th Capitol attack may be pardoned, according to his attorney. John Douglas Wright of Plain Township was sentenced to over 4 years, but released on parole after pleading guilty to organizing buses for rioters and pushing against barricades. Attorney Noah Munier says Wright could be among 1,500 pardoned, which could restore his civil rights but not erase the charges. Munier says the unexpected pardon has left Wright's case in legal uncertainty. With your latest Q92 news, I'm Jordan Miller. February gets a little better. I'm so over winter right now. I know it's only January, and we are in no way done. But I'm just like.
Do you want another little nugget you can make fun of me for?
Sure.
I start taking a certain lesson in February, too.
A lesson? I don't understand.
Taking ice skating lessons. With my sister.
Huh. At 41? It's time to take ice skating.
I know how to ice skate. They're just going to hone my skills.
What? So is there a competition coming up? Are you going to be on a reality TV show?
No, it's something that I wanted to do because I enjoy ice skating so much, but I feel like I could be a lot better at it.
Where does one even take?
Center Ice. It's right by my house. It's like, I don't know, 4 minutes from my front door.
Okay. Oh. So
I knew you'd like that one.
Ice skating lessons.
I debated whether I should tell you guys or not.
Lauren's about to have a nice lengthy break from work for a while. LOL. Yeah, if she's not murdered, she's going to have a broken neck. She's going to fall and break something. Text message. There we go. Encouragement.
Maybe,
already.
but I mean.
Someone put in a GIF or GIF of someone falling on ice skates on the text line.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
So that is, oh, man.
Someone gave the loser.
Yeah, that's ice skating
Listen here.
lessons.
You're never too old to try new things, okay?
No, but you can be too old to not break. Right here on today's hit music, Q92, and here we are in the 9 o'clock hour of the Q92 Morning Show. Good job, everybody, on a Your Call Wednesday, and thank you again to Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame for joining us like he does every Wednesday. 330-450-9292 is our phone number. Our text line, 330-269-9292 is our text line, and you might need that coming up if you want to ask some questions to our guest that's coming up here very shortly.
Yeah, we have veterinarian Dr. Meisner here with us from New Leaf Veterinary Clinic. We're going to talk a little bit about that bird flu that's going around, how it could impact you, your family, your pets, what you need to know. And if you have any additional questions for the doctor, you can send them in 330-269-9292. That is the text line.
It's all coming up. Right now it's Teddy Swims and Bad Dreams, 909 Q92. Listen, a lot of rock stars make some mistakes. Happens.
It's because they get all wrapped up in their
Brooks
fame.
left his wife.
Yeah.
Dropped her. I'm out of here. I met someone else. I'm a Garth Brooks.
He did. He left, and his daughter's very bitter about the fact that he did what he did. He'd go on the road for 10 weeks at a time and leave his family behind, and didn't spend time he should have with his kids. And then when he said, I'm going to pull back and spend time with you, it came out that he had been cheating with Trisha Yearwood, and they were, in fact, getting a divorce.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. See, that's worse than what Bon Jovi did. He just slept with random
cheating
girls.
Is cheating. Oh, my God. How is that not worse?
Because it wasn't a relationship. He was having a full-on relationship. I mean, there's levels. I would say that's level 2 above.
I don't know that one outranks the other.
Well, there's levels of cheating.
Okay.
I think there's levels to it. Where do we start? Maybe, like, on the phone?
Like it only happened once?
Like, no, I'm saying if we're going like levels. If we're really going to do a scale of cheating, where do we start? I would imagine
emotional cheating.
Emotional cheating. Do we start maybe with the cell phone, like a 30 text, or liking a
To
comment
me,
on
that's
Instagram?
That's emotional
Okay,
cheating.
that's level
You're
one.
using someone else to fill the cup your husband should be filling.
The cup.
Yeah, the emotional cup.
I love it. I would say that's level one.
Okay.
I'm not saying any is right, but that's level one.
Okay. Where we're towing it in the water.
Yeah, like we haven't talked to, we haven't hung
There's
out.
been
with.
no physical
We've only-
contact.
maybe we've liked the bikini pic from that trip to Cabo. I don't
Okay.
know.
With the husband. Go ahead. What's level 2?
Well, now I don't know. We're kind of building this on the fly, but that's level one. All right. Lauren's very excited. We're all excited. We're going to talk a little bird flu. We're going to talk some pets as well.
You laugh, but it's serious.
Lauren, we got a special guest in studio with us here today.
We do. We've got Dr. Meisner from New Leaf Veterinary Clinic joining us. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for having me on the show today.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you coming in because, you know, I told you off air, I've been seeing it in some of these community boards. I'm seeing a lot of people that are genuinely concerned about the casualties that we have been seeing of, you know, some geese, some ducks, things like that in local rivers, ponds, things like that. And
it's no secret. You hear Jordan Miller reporting on it about this bird flu that is going around. And I know that local residents have had questions regarding this and how it could impact their pets. So we wanted to have you in. We wanted to talk a little bit about that because I know this is on top of mind for a lot of people, pet owners. So Dr. Miser, can you tell us just a little bit about what you're seeing and kind of, I want to get into how we can keep our pets safe.
Yep, sure. So this has actually been kind of an issue for us in the veterinary community since March of 24, actually. It was a little bit under the radar. At that point, it was being tracked in dairy cattle when it first showed up. So the CDC, the AVMA, which is the American Veterinary Medical Association, those are two really good sources. If you want good information that you can trust, you can definitely look at those. And we were following it in dairy cattle first, and then it was starting to transfer over to the cats that were in the barns. So that's the biggest concern now, is that we haven't seen a lot of fatalities in the dairy cattle, but we are seeing fatalities in birds and cats at this point. As far as, human transmission, we've seen a couple of mild cases that have been documented. As far as I know, to my knowledge, no human fatalities as of yet.
Okay. What is the biggest thing that we can do as pet owners to protect our animals? I mean, I know you're saying cats. Obviously, no dogs have been affected yet that we know of.
Correct.
And that doesn't mean that it's not possible down the road that couldn't be an issue. But what is the best way that we can protect our pets?
Yep. So the best way at this point would be to not use raw products. So raw diets and unpasteurized milk. That's very important to make sure that we're avoiding those kind of things, especially with our cats. There have been documented cases for raw diets where they've been transmitted to pets and they've recalled those foods. So that's probably the most important thing that we can do right now. They have not documented the virus in any pasteurized products or in regular foods. So that's very important to know. As far as your wild birds, if you're feeding wild birds, make sure that you are taking precautions to not wear your shoes in the house or disinfect your shoes before they come in, because you can bring it into your cats that way as well.
Wow.
What exactly, what are the symptoms of the bird flu? I'm always I know it's the bird flu, but what, you know what I mean? What does it do to the animals?
Sure. So in cats, what we can see is respiratory issues. So if you see discharge, if they're sneezing, that's one of the things that we can see. But unfortunately, in a lot of the cats, it has progressed to neurologic disease. So that's when it becomes fatal at that point. So if you're seeing cats that are having seizures or if they're stumbling around, those kind of things, those are some of the signs that we're seeing with them.
Okay.
Wow, I didn't know. We went neurological.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit.
I mean, even if you have outdoor cats right now, I think that it's probably a better idea to bring them in. I mean,
yep, if you can, absolutely. Some cats and cat owners know that if you have an indoor-outdoor cat, they enjoy going out. It's tough to bring them in.
Yeah.
So if you can keep them in, that's the best way. But
Yeah.
if not, just make sure that you're washing your hands after touching them. Again, disinfecting shoes. If they'll let you wipe their paws, you can always do that. That's something that can be helpful too.
Okay.
As a vet, how are you treating animals that come in with what can you do as a vet to help?
Yep. So at this point, to my knowledge, we've not had any documented in Stark County as far as bird flu cases to cats. So hopefully that will stay true. Basically, when they come in, once they hit that neurological phase, we've not been able to save them. It ends up being fatal at that point.
Okay.
And there is testing that we can send out to the state labs.
Okay. Well, and then it helps too as it evolves, with information and things like that on how to handle it moving forward. But,
yeah.
It's one of those things where I know a lot of people are like, they will live maybe on a body of water or around a body of water if they're encountering, because one of the questions that I saw was like, what do? I literally have dead geese in my yard. How should they handle that if they're seeing this in their area? Because I think a lot of people will just be like, well, I need to take care of myself. I shouldn't call anybody, but maybe you should.
Yeah. So you can definitely call ODNR to make sure that they are aware of the situation. I know that they've been doing some testing as far as our local waterways and things of that nature. We have had some confirmed Canadian geese in the area that have had it. So if you can keep your pets away from that, you can contact ODNR to help with disposal. Maybe even the county would help with that as well.
Okay. Yeah. So probably a better idea to maybe let them handle it so that you're not handling it or putting it in trash where potentially some of our outdoor cats could come in contact with it, things like that. Gosh, it's kind of scary. I don't know. Like you just want to be able to let your pets out and be like, go have fun, be happy. And
Is that what you say when you let you?
I do sometimes.
Well, be happy.
Well, until my dog goes after rabbit poop. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody else. I was talking to Dr. Meisner about this off the air, but Jude is obsessed. It's his backyard caviar. I mean, he's literally like a little fiend. He goes outside and that's the first thing he starts looking for. So, I get it. I mean, and you were talking about the goose stool that you can find around bodies of water as well. And they should not be eating that at all.
Yes. And it's tough. We think of it as super disgusting, but to a dog, it's kind of a delicacy.
Yeah.
A delicacy.
Unfortunately.
Hence the backyard caviar.
Goose poop.
We get lots of offenders.
Yeah. See?
How about that? Like,
Yeah.
oh, what did I do to deserve this today? Like, wow. That's crazy. All right.
Yeah.
So that's the bird flu portion.
Right. And I wanted to talk to her too. Like, this time of year, like what should be looking for? I know for us, well, it just so happens like our annual exam for our dog will fall in April, at what point he'll have to have a heartworm exam, but or a test in order to continue his prescription. Our dog is on year-round flea tick and heartworm treatments, and Perico Trio is what we put him on. But let's talk a little bit about that and why that's necessary, because things are going to start to warm up. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Everything's going to awaken, which means I know we had a couple sub-zero, so maybe the ticks are dead, but not for long, guys. Not for long.
Yeah. So ticks are kind of disgusting but incredible creatures. So they can survive in really, really cold temperatures. Sure, the sub-zeros are going to help decrease the population. We didn't really have that last year, so hopefully that'll cut down on our population this year. But they are actually active down to 36 degrees, and they can crawl up through a foot of snow. So if you think that it's safe to take them off in the winter, that's why we always recommend doing year-round prevention. It's very important.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing too. I mean, like I pay, I don't know, somewhere around $30 a month just to keep him on that treatment. But we were talking too about how much more expensive it is if they become infected or if they would happen to get heartworm or something like that.
Correct. Yep. So heartworm treatment itself, it is really tough on the animal also. So, the monthly preventions are way more cost effective for you, as well as being easier on the pet. Plus it tastes good. So instead of having to come in and get some really, really painful injections to treat heartworm, keeping them on the monthly preventions is best.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bring that prescription back home and Jude thinks it's a treat. He knows exactly what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of ticks, someone texted in for the doctor. Found 2 baby ticks on our puppy yesterday. Isn't this kind of early? And shouldn't they have died with the cold weather we had?
No. So, and that's where, again, these guys are active all the way down to 36 degrees. They are tough little critters, and they're, again, disgustingly incredible with what they're capable of doing. And they are really small. So the smallest of the ticks are about the size of a poppy seed. They're almost impossible to see, especially if you have a long-haired dog or a dark dog. So even though you think that you aren't seeing them, not because you're not looking, you just physically can't see them on the dog. So that's very important then to get that pet on prevention.
Ooh. So let's say they don't have their pet on prevention. Let's say this puppy hasn't started prevention treatment yet. What would your advice be to them if they found 2 ticks? I mean, is it a wait and see kind of thing? Is it because where we don't know right away if those ticks were carrying anything.
Correct. Yep. So if you have the whole tick, you can always send it out for classification. Sometimes they could do some testing on it too. If you don't, then what we'll do is get them started on prevention right away, because obviously there's ticks in the area. So we'll make sure we don't get any further ticks. And then we would do a heartworm and tick test in 30 days. The reason for the delay is it can take that long for them to show up positive on a test. Now, if they end up clinical between point A and point B, then we would treat if we need to.
Okay. And new puppy owners or anything like that, like how soon can you start this prevention with puppies?
8 weeks.
Okay. So 8 weeks. I mean, that's pretty early. I mean, they're not really going out by themselves or staying out for long periods of time at 8 weeks old. I mean, this is like, we're in potty training phases. We're in the trenches of trying to get them to go outside.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a pee question.
Okay.
About animals. Don't worry.
Thank goodness.
Not about him. She's not a urologist.
So
okay.
can you look at when I got my dog was a rescue dog. He was going to the pound and I took him. I was telling you a little bit off there about that. And he wasn't neutered. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't neuter him. And it's fine. I think it's
you haven't had
cool.
any grandchildren, so
no, we're fine. But and is it because of that that he pees on everything all the time, forever, until the end of time?
Is he still intact or is he neutered now?
Oh, he's still intact.
Yes.
But he's old.
Yes. So it is very much linked to him still being intact.
He's too old to neuter now, right?
No, absolutely not. Nope. So we can definitely neuter at any point. So there's also, as they get older, just like in humans, they can have prostate issues that also go hand in hand with the urinary issues. So if he hasn't been to a vet recently, maybe a good idea
why do they pee so much more when they're not neutered?
Because they're scent marking. Yep, they're scent marking.
Is it like a dominance thing? Like
it's basically just I am here and this is my odor.
Our poor curtains.
Yeah.
Our poor curtains.
Maybe you should take him.
I honestly thought
want him to have prostate issues.
I honestly thought he was too old. And like, oh well, he's probably too old now to get neutered. Because I've had him, I got him in 13.
Okay.
And I don't know, I should have, but I didn't. And I didn't realize that could still. So if I did that, even though he's an older dog now, still going strong, actually, that he'd be okay to have that done.
Yeah. So usually what we'll do on these kids is we do blood work beforehand because they can't talk to us, right? So they have no idea what's going on. They can't say, hey, I'm drinking more, peeing more. Is it kidney disease? So we look for those things before we put them under anesthesia to make sure that it's safe to do that. Make sure there's nothing else going on, especially in an older pet like that.
Wow. Now I got something to think about.
Yeah, I think you should probably talk to the missus because I think this is.
Oh, it's
a point of contention, especially in a new home.
And I feel like sometimes it's just intentional. He'll just look at me and be like, "Watch this."
We had a dog that did that. I swear to you, our first schnauzer would almost be like mad when we would have company. He was known for like putting on a show and like literally he would dump in front of people.
Yeah. Well,
like he would wait till everybody sat down and then he would go where everyone could see him and start pooping.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense too what she said. She's like, they're putting their odor because, like I said, he won't. It's not a full on pee.
Right, and they have. It seems like an endless supply.
They
of
sure
pee.
do.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's like the water gun that never runs out of water.
100%.
Incredible.
Someone text. I don't know. RMSF is in Ohio. Neighbor's dog lost both eyes.
What's that?
Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever.
Oh.
So,
Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever.
I think can't ticks
sounds like a beer.
carry that? That's
it is a tick-borne disease.
Okay.
Yes. So
Wow.
and that is one that is not as routinely tested for in Ohio because originally we weren't seeing it quite as much as like Lyme or anaplasma.
right.
But we are seeing it more now. And that one for sure it's a little tougher on the dogs as far as when they're contracting it. We do see tick-borne diseases in cats, but not nearly as frequently. Their bodies are better at fighting those off before they become clinical.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever, that's a tough one. And we see a lot more detrimental side effects with it.
Damn.
That's awful.
Never heard of that till just now.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of it. I don't know why I've heard of it, but I have heard of it. I think it's because, we camp, so I've looked up a lot of tick stuff just because I get
something
paranoid.
new every day.
Yeah. So, well, thank you so much for coming in, talking a little bird flu. Oh, Jordan says, awesome job, Doc.
Thanks, team.
Yeah, I think that your team over at New Leaf Veterinary Clinic is watching and cheering you on. And, if you guys need more information or you need a resource, you can absolutely reach out to them at New Leaf Veterinary Clinic. That phone number is 877-6284. And then it's just newleafvet.com, correct?
Correct. Yep.
So thank you so much, Dr. Meisner, for coming in. I hear great things about your staff. She treats can you still call a boy dog your nephew?
You can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
My nephew dog Rocco, who was paralyzed, is now walking. And,
Awesome.
she treated him. And she also takes care of my 1,100-pound baby. So I trust her.
Horse money. Yeah.
He makes fun of me.
Yeah. She has horse. I know it'd be funny. You have horse money. Good for you.
People have money for things that mean something to them, Christian.
Yeah.
I know.
She's a great horse.
Yeah. Haley's awesome.
And Jake has a bearded dragon.
Yes, he does.
Is he still here?
Yeah, he just nodded.
Oh, it's over
He's
there.
just smiling and nodding over there in the corner.
It's Bruno Mars, Rose. It's APT on Q92. It's a story time with Jake now. I don't know. You got something that happened to you, what, today?
Yeah, last night, this morning. Same difference.
Okay.
So I've done the whole, set my alarm at a different time than I was supposed to, like the 5 p.m. instead of 5 a.m. And then I was, really late to work before.
Everyone's done that.
Yeah,
I think
everyone's
that's
done that.
pretty
I did this to a new level, I think.
Okay.
So I went to bed at 11 o'clock, 11:30 last night.
Yeah.
I set my alarm. My alarm went off. I woke up. I did my usual morning routine.
What is your usual morning routine?
Okay.
Walk us through this.
So I go to the bathroom and I always sit down when I pee in the morning because I usually miss in the morning. So in the morning, I always sit down.
You sit down to pee.
So I was this morning, in particular, more tired than I ever have been in the morning before. I swear I almost fell asleep on the toilet. I never really take a full body shower in the morning, and we have like a bathtub with a shower, so I always just turn on the faucet and wash my hair, like bend over the bathtub and wash my hair, real quick.
So hold on. To recap, before we move on to where this is going, what we've already learned is, one, you sit down to pee.
Yeah.
And you wash your hair like a girl over the side of the
wash your
tub.
hair in the sink.
Yeah, in
as
the
if
morning.
a criminal on the run at a gas station.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
And so I fell asleep on the toilet. I fell asleep, bent over the shower, washing my hair because I was so tired.
I was drowned.
I would
You just stick your head in the shower and wash
I know what
only
you mean.
your
Over
hair.
the side of the tub.
Yeah,
Removable.
yeah.
I've done it in a pinch, like if I need to do my hair really quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just so tired. I had no idea why. And so I don't think anything of it. I get up. Mark Johnson sends us the weathers.
Yeah.
So I get an email and I'm like trying to figure out, like, it doesn't really say Mark Johnson yet until you like unlock your phone. So I was like using my brain power to like unlock my phone. Like I was just staring at it to use Face ID. I was so tired. I had no idea what I was doing. And then that's when I looked at the time. It was midnight. I was asleep for 30 minutes and I woke up.
Why'd your alarm go off?
I must have somehow set it to midnight because I didn't have one set for 5 o'clock
Were
or
you
whatever.
so relieved that you got to go back to bed?
Yeah, but I was still confused. I was scared. I was like, what day is it? I didn't know if I missed a whole day of work or not. I was so confused because I'd have no idea why I was
You'd have
up.
missed calls, buddy.
Yeah.
You'd have missed calls.
That's what I thought.
We would have come looking for you.
That's
like,
what I thought.
Hey, show's on.
I was just so confused. But then
So
I went back to bed.
You fell asleep into a deep sleep, apparently.
Yeah.
Slept for a half hour. Your alarm went off, and you just instinctively got up, sat down to pee, washed your hair only in the sink or shower, and then realized that it was only 30 minutes since you went to bed.
Yep.
Amy said with wet hair, too, LOL. You laid back
Yeah, you just went back down with wet hair.
Yeah. I
laid
just
back
stayed in my
down.
clothes and went. That's why I woke up and I was ready to go.
Wow. I mean, that's happened to me where I've done the like 5.
No one in your house was still up at
Nobody was there. They were all staying with my grandma, so I was the only one home last night.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Were you scared?
No.
Okay.
I would have been.
Text, I always knew there was something special about you, Jake. Someone said on
You
the text
just
line.
now figured out that he is very special because we've known for a long time.
That's interesting. And at no point did you be like, man, I feel like I just went to sleep.
No. Well, I knew I was really tired, but I don't know why. And I was looking at the clock. We have a clock in the bathroom, but I just didn't pay attention to it.
Were you worried you like drugged yourself or something?
No, because I didn't. I wasn't on anything. I chugged a Coke before I sleep and I went to bed.
Oh, that's what everybody does.
Wait, a regular
Shotguns and
Coke?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's just a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but it's going to keep you awake, Jake. There's
Not him.
caffeine and sugar in
I
that.
went night-night. I don't know.
Oh, man. I'll take the gummies Jake did, someone says on the text line. There you go. parent of the year, me. I'm downstairs with him. I got the door shut so we can't go upstairs because everyone else is doing something, and I'm working, still getting the base set up, doing some cleaning. And because I'm a genius, I had Windex on the floor. So I'm over. I'm putting together his play pad again because he likes to rip it apart. It's the alphabet one.
Yeah.
Dumbest purchase I ever made. He just loves to rip it apart.
Of course he does.
And I'm OCD about his room being nice, so I put it back together. Constantly, I'm going over the alphabet again.
Yeah.
So I'm over there, bent over, and I look over. He's got the Windex bottle pointed in his mouth with his mouth open, about to squeeze it. And I yell no so loud that I get a text 2 seconds later. What's happening?
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, our son just almost ingested
some Windex.
So I got over and take it off, and he was so pissed that I dared take the Windex off him.
Of course he was.
He wasn't scared that I yelled at him. He was looking at me like, you son of a...
This is the stage where they've gotten a taste of freedom now because they can walk. Like, everything will be rebellion. They don't want to be held. They don't want to be told what to do. They want to feed themselves. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, this was probably my least favorite stage that you're entering.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to, like... you can't turn your back.
Have you done the whole, like, you're holding him and he wants down so bad, like, all of a sudden he just folds? And, like, you're about to drop him. You're like, what are you doing?
He does a thing now where, like he wants... I hold him. He wants down. I put him down. He gets mad.
Yeah. They don't know what they want. They're so confused.
But, yeah, that was my first, like, almost disaster. I turned around. He literally had the Windex.
Good for him that he figured that out. And
Thank God it was locked.
Yeah.
Not that, like, Windex would instantly, but not ideal.
No, he would be okay, I think.
But I got it. Man.
I mean, as long as he didn't drink the whole bottle or anything.
Was there a moment what was a turnaround moment with one of your kids when they were that young, where you turned around and went,
oh, my daughter, for sure. She was like, if you know my daughter, she is the biggest rule follower in the entire world, and it's been that way since day one. So I was putting laundry away. I was pregnant with Anthony. And I turned around because I heard something. I'm like, what is that? She's jumping on her bed, which like never, ever had happened before. And I was like, oh my gosh, Marin. And she like hit the deck. I must have startled her. And she actually ended up driving her bottom two teeth through her bottom lip because she hit her mouth on the footboard when she hit the deck.
So you actually caused it.
I did. And so, like, I grabbed her because the blood was immense. I mean, any, like, mouth or head injury bleeds just so much. But the problem was that when I was pregnant with Anthony, blood made me queasy. So by the time I got outside to Tony, I was carrying a toddler who was bleeding all over my shoulder, and I was white as a ghost because I was about to pass out. Like, the doctors at the hospital were like, ma'am, you should probably just take a seat in the hallway and let your husband handle this.
You need to go.
I was so pale.
You make me feel right here on today's Hit Music Q92. Thank you again to Dr. Miser coming in here, veterinarian, to talk about the bird flu situation, stuff with dogs and pets. Very interesting.
It was very interesting.
Good combo.
She's super knowledgeable. So, I mean, it's hard. I mean, we love our pets, right? I mean, that's the whole reason that we have them. We want to protect them and keep them safe. And sometimes there's silly questions that we have where we feel like they're silly, but they're not silly at all. And it's nice to have somebody to bounce them off of.
Maybe we'll have her back in down the road. That'd be fun to have her on another time. It's Benson Boone. It's Beautiful Things. It's Q. All right, well, Jake, speaking of, you said you actually had rage this morning.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I got scammed again.
Scammed?
Yeah.
Did you go buy an inflatable or something and totally?
No, not that big. I was talking to you earlier when Christian was on his vacation that I used to have as a child this 8-foot tall inflatable Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
And we a couple years ago got rid of it. I don't know. We must have gotten a hole in it. I don't really remember what happened to it. But this year I was like, I want to get that snowman again. Like, it was one of my favorite parts Christmas as a child.
Yeah.
And so I did research on it. It's a 2002 Frosty the Snowman. They don't really sell it anymore, so you have to find somebody that will sell it to you. And I looked forever and I couldn't find it. And then I joined this Facebook group, buy or sell trade holiday inflatables and animatronics. And one day during the show, it was just came up on my feed, and I was like, "That's the exact snowman." It was like $60 or whatever, and I messaged him and I said, "I live in Ohio. I'll pay for shipping. I want it." And he was like, "Okay, what's your zip code?" I told him, and he's like, "It'll be $15 for shipping." I'm like, "Great." I gave him the money, and I still don't have it.
Have you reached out to him?
I have. And
How
he
long
has-
has it been?
A couple days before Christmas.
Did you report him at least?
No, I did reach out to him, and he didn't. No reply.
When did you reach out to him?
A couple weeks ago.
You want me to reach out to him for you?
Sure.
We'll deal with this.
That sucks.
Yeah. So it wasn't a whole lot of money, but still.
No, I hate people like that. I hate that people do that to people. I really do. Like I don't understand like what kind of human does that. Like what kind of trash bag human like does that to people?
Yep.
And like sees nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Sees nothing wrong with it. Like, ha, you got your money.
Yeah. No, they for sure don't. They think it's no big deal.
And now won't even respond to any of your. That sucks.
Yeah. Sorry to hear
Did you
that.
try
buddy.
eBay?
No. Well, it was I bought it off of Facebook, so it was Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I said you looked other places. Did you look eBay?
I
You
did
couldn't
look
find it?
eBay, and it was pretty expensive. So maybe I
Oh
should.
yeah, you should try typing in GI Joe aircraft carrier on eBay and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's real bad. You're never getting that thing,
You'll
buddy.
cry. You'll absolutely cry. Let's go to the. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. here on today's hit music, Q92, and coming towards the end of the show. Believe it or not, fun show today.
It's been fun all week, and it's like been this shift in our personalities and our attitudes, and I think it has to do with the weather.
I think it could be.
Not that we have bad attitudes. I'm just saying, like, it's been more enjoyable, like getting to see a little bit of sunlight and not freezing our butts off when we come in the morning.
I think it's got everybody perked up a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting a little more daylight every day.
Yep.
It's feeling good. Feeling good. It's been fun. We talked about cat ladies today.
We did talk about cat ladies today.
Talked to the Pro Football Hall of Fame and Rich DeRocher today.
And that Concert for Legends announcement is coming very soon.
It's coming. Who's going to be playing in the Hall of Fame game?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be coming up soon as well. So we had that. We had veterinarian Dr. Meisner in to talk to us this hour. So it was nice.
It was good.
And
it was a
good
great
job
show.
on a Your Call Wednesday, as usual. You guys have been on like a real month streak of really good requests and killing it.
Did you know that not this weekend, but next weekend we spring forward?
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming so soon. We're going to get so much more daylight. It's going to be a little darker in the morning for a hot minute, but not for long.
I'm here for it, man.
Me too.
Even if I know we're not done with cold. I know we're not done with snow.
No.
But give me the daylight.
Yep.
You're talking about 7 o'clock now.
Yeah, where you get to look outside and actually see the daylight.
It's going to be amazing. So, yes, all that stuff is good. Thank you so much for having us on today. It doesn't matter whether you were listening to us on your radio, whether you were listening on our website, Q92radio.com, where you can listen to this radio station 24/7, or if you happen to be watching on Q92's Facebook, YouTube, or X pages. Thank you so much for having us on. We appreciate you, and we're glad that you were here. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again.
Yep.
The Thursdays, we'll probably have some tickets to give away. Jordan Miller News, joins us every Thursday in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll catch up with him.
Yep. I mean, we also like to call it Friday Eve. We're
It
getting
is
closer.
Friday Eve. Nick Galina, your midday diva, will be in here next. Of course, your next chance to get requests on will be for her. Old school lunch at noon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you guys want to hear some Vanilla Ice.
Maybe.
If you want to hear some MC Hammer.
Oingo Boingo, perhaps.
Pet Shop Boys, dare I say? Maybe you want to hear Skilo.
Ooh, baller.
Maybe.
Maybe
you want to hear, I could name artists all day. Maybe you want some Warren G, Regulators.
Mm-hmm.
It's all on the table. She'll play it for you. Yeah,
for lunch.
Yeah, for lunch.
All on the table.
Man, what do I want for lunch today? Do I want Chipotle?
I have leftover. I have the other half of my Subway sub.
Yum. I haven't.
You
had
don't like Subway?
No, I haven't had it in a minute though.
You know, some participating locations have 2 footlongs for $12.99 right now.
Remember $5 footlongs?
Yeah.
That was a great.
They run it every now and then.
And it was a great marketing campaign too. The slogan.
Do you remember Mr. Bag?
No.
$5, Mr. Bag. It was Mr. Hero.
I remember Jared, but
well, you probably shouldn't remember
good
Jared.
Lord, sir. He's still in jail, isn't he?
Probably.
Probably for a very long time.
Yeah,
I'd imagine he got more than 1 year.
I would. Oh, it was Rallies that did Mr. Bag. Yeah, I used to sing that commercial all the time.
Love Rallies. Not too many around.
Their fries
there's one
are
in
fantastic.
Canton,
yeah.
And there's one in Niles, in the most random place you could ever imagine.
I wonder if they still have waffle fries. Like they literally sound like what they are. They were like literally like waffles cut into fry pieces, and then they gave you dipping sauces like chocolate and stuff.
I love
they were
their fries.
so good.
Big Buford sounds good. Jake, what are you getting for lunch?
I'm probably not going to eat today. My stomach hasn't been kind to me.
Oh, gotcha. Got the soups.
No, but I do have an appointment for Monday, so we'll find out.
For your stomach?
Yeah.
Really?
I have a GI doctor's appointment.
So this has been an ongoing thing. This is not like you have a stomach bug.
Oh, no, there's something terribly wrong. I don't know, though.
There's something
I'm
terribly
probably going to get a colonoscopy. That's at the ripe age of 25.
Hey, listen. We all experimented in college.
What's it called? I think it's always funny they make you drink that stuff, and I think it's called Go Lightly. There's no going lightly when you drink that stuff.
No, not at all.
Well, Jake, I hope it all works out. That's a crappy situation.
Yeah, thanks.
Maybe you can take the camera with you.
Yeah, to show people what it's like.
Yeah, we'll do it live.
I mean, not like when they're physically doing the procedure, but I mean, you took a shower in front of our listeners. Why can't we do this?
I guess so. Why not?
I think it's a good idea.
Great idea. We'll see if we can get the camera feed into the StreamYard of the camera that they're using.
Oh,
Christian.
We'll really see what's going on.
I do not want to see his intestinal tract.
I kind of do. That'll be it for us. We'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Enjoy the day. Halfway through the week, everybody. It's Coetzel. Jesse Murph. It's High Road on Q92.